What's up, guys? How is it going? Sorry, gotta get my soundboard set up here. I cannot be streaming without my sound deck. And we're back. We're so freaking back. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Baby Steps for Boys, the smart little boys true crime and gaming stream. How's everybody doing? I know I promised that we'd be getting back into hardcore investigations this week, but we're going to be playing Baby Steps. I'm listening to some Noid stuff. I have some options here. Let's see. We do have Pipe Rock Theory. We could do Pipe Rock Theory. It is a classic. Because, yeah, I believe our current... who are we transvestigating? Well, that's the question. That's the question that we have to suss out here. Because, our current active case... our current active case that we're transvestigating is Kyle Odom. But... I feel like we might have exhausted the well on this one last week. Because last week we listened to a 20-minute video, and then we listened to about half of a 40-minute video. And I feel like in the second video, it was basically all stuff that was covered in the 20-minute video. So I don't know how much juice is left to be drawn from Kyle Odom, I guess is the thing. And there, I'm not quite sure what Noid holes we can travel down on the Kyle Odom case. I have a few options here, some of them Kyle Odom related. We can keep that case going. Some of them new. I got a list of possible topics. This isn't going to be like a full-on investigation one, though. We're gaming. We're having fun. We're chilling. Baby steps / chillin. That's what we're doing here. I like the Kyle Odom story. I think it's got some good stuff. I don't necessarily just want to listen to the same information all over again, you know? So I have some, I guess just YouTube searches on my special Noid YouTube account that I'm hoping to curate. I'm exclusively watching Noid stuff on this, so I'm hoping we can get into deep schizophrenia on this one. Maybe we get Noig on the Bool. Oh, is that the black Illuminati? Yeah, honestly, I need to do some more prep for these episodes. Just give me 1 second. I'm just going to turn down the heat. It's a little warm in here. Can't be sweating up a storm on these ones. But yeah, I need to do a little more prep on these ones. But I have a few options here. The Bool. Yeah, I don't know much about that. Here's what I did just off the dome. So we've got more Kyle Odom stuff. I feel like I think we basically covered Kyle Odom. So I think this would be a lot of repeat stuff. And I was trying to think of what are the branching storylines from Kyle Odom. And you've got reptile Martians, which just scanning, the YouTube search results for this, it's a lot of ancient aliens. and like Vice documentaries and stuff, which like not really I think we're operating on a higher level here than that. I got the Anunnaki, which I had heard was related to Kyle Odom, although it hasn't really come up in my transvestigations. But that could be cool. Yeah, we entered the Noid and it stared back. Yeah, the Boule. I don't know much about. Although the thing with that is, isn't that the thing that like Diddy is supposed to be a part of? And I feel like him like getting arrested and going to jail would indicate that perhaps it's hard times for the black guy Boule. Perhaps they're being superseded by a different type of Boule. I don't know. My name will be returned to Ben for Wednesday, but it makes you wait for like 16 days. Oh, wait, is Sir Ben? Is that what's going on here? Diddy done got arrested? He got convicted, brother. Oh, okay, word. I thought I was under the impression that was a different guy. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Business Ben. I got my special Noid shirt on. We're gonna get Noided on something. Play some baby steps. So yeah, we got the Anunnaki, which is one of those things I don't know much about. I've got all of like True Theorisy's stuff, the Master, the Maestro, which we could check out. I've got James Rink's Super Soldier talk. They're too noided for YouTube. The Boule. What would I search to get this so it's not about bread? If I do the Boule, black people. The Boule is an okay. I'm sort of taken by this gentleman. The Boule is an enemy to Black America. We don't like that. Oh. The Black Boule, Secret Gatekeepers of Black America, Black History Month Series Part 2. Thank you, John. Make sure we get hella noises. I'm going to play this in line through my phone speakers. Let's go. Black people. Yeah. It's really hard not to say black people like a Chinese guy, you know? You should look into pyramids and the structures below them. Turns out the tint hats had nothing to do with it being built. I actually would like to learn more about ancient Egypt. Sort of in tandem with my theory that I read a tweet of somewhere that is something to do with ancient Atlanteans and Egyptians. You know, I feel like there's more to discover there, but you need to find a good source for that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Have any of us even been to Egypt? Does anyone have a good hookup on some Egyptology stuff? Bring it from the 50s. What would I... Okay, I want to keep this. I don't feel like doing Kyle Odom today. I'm going to search over this one. What would I search to get good Noid Egyptian stuff? Because I feel like there's going to be a big mess of... not very cool ancient alien stuff. Secrets of the Pyramids. Do not want History Channel. Tesla knew the secret of the Great Pyramids. Oh, I like the graphics here. Evidence that ends the mystery of how the Great Pyramid was built. All caps, the truth about Egypt. Good idea. Oh, whoops. Can you do oldest to... Gotta go with Robert Sefer. Is that a noted Egyptologist guy? The theory that the start of the Freemasons is a leftover laborers' guild from the pyramid. Rob Sefer. So is he an Egypt guy? Rob Sefer. Victory of the Soul. Is this the guy? Anthropologist and author. To what degree are we hard to be a godites living in the ruins of incredible technologies? Hard to be a god mentioned. Let's go. That's a good question. Okay. Secret space program. Secret space program and the disclosure of the Vril Society. I like the title there. I do also have Super Soldier Talk all loaded up here. This was a common topic real early on. But I do really like... I want to know what the Vril Society is. I think... Okay, can somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Vril basically Loosh? I think it's a similar life force type thing. Well, here's the thing, guys. We got to pick something. There's plenty more Sundays to go. I'm thinking the ones that I'm interested in: Secret Space Program and Disclosure of the Vril Society, The Bool is an Enemy to Black America, Super Soldier Talk. 1's in chat for Vril Society, 2's in chat for Black People, and 3's in chat for Super Soldier Talk. I tuned into the show right after you explained what Super Soldier was and just barely missed it. It is really good stuff. Okay, let's see. We got 3. Okay, sorry. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4 3s. Okay, so right now the Vril Society is up by 1. It seems like nobody's interested in black people here. What's going on there? You can make polls on YouTube chat. Okay, well now we have a tie. Oh, Super Soldier Talk pulling into the lead with possibly multiple votes, but I can't suss that out right now. All right, we'll do some Super Soldier Talk. There's plenty of investigations in the future, so we can always circle back. Yeah, I didn't say anything about not being vote early, vote often. That's what I always say. Okay, so Super Soldier Talk is a wealth of powerful information. You can do polls on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know how that works. And also, I'm not looking at YouTube chat. I'm just looking at it on my streaming thing. I can give you editor powers. I should max out John's powers. That's for sure. All right, which one of these looks good? In my experience, Super Soldier Talk never really misses. It's a brilliant source of insane women lying and base dudes telling the truth. I voted by mail. John must have intercepted and talked. Yeah, just a little more power for John. Okay, what do I have it sorted by? Views count. Okay. Medbeds, Andromedan contactee. And yeah, the main guy in Super Soldier Talk is named James Rink, which is pretty awesome. Ooh, there's a beautiful girl who's also a super soldier. What? Lyron. Lyron Lames. Yeah. Oh wow. This one has that eagle there, and this weird old lady is wearing a goofy hat. I like the looks of that. Intergalactic liaison. Exopolitics of the. Ooh, this guy apparently was a real life predator. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards Penny Bradley with the eagle, cool eagle, and also cool hat. I'm thinking we're gonna do that one. They have an unbelievably based intro. This is all real, by the way. This really happened.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Super Soldier Talk. My name is James Rink, and today I will be introducing you and interviewing Penny Bradley. So, for those of you who don't know, on this show we discuss about the secret space program, super soldiers, which I am, and I think Penny probably was trained in that trajectory at some point. And sometimes we go into some of the alien stuff, but I prefer to just keep it SSP, so which stands for Secret Space Program. So, all right,
both super soldiers.
Kidnapped at the age of 4 and take it to.
I would love to have James Rink on Sonic Wednesday. That would be incredible. Do we have any super soldiers in the chats? Do any of you guys feel like you might be former super soldiers, past life super soldiers, victims of the secret space program? Have you tried just emailing? I need to get into doing that more. I did attempt to get a guest the other day by sending a Twitter DM, but it got like no response, and I'm sure it's in the cyber trash somewhere. But I need to start just like spamming people emails to try and get, James Rink caliber guests on the show. I think that's the move. Former. Yeah, we should try and get James Rink on. I mean, he's doing numbers here. He has 28,000 views on this. He's kind of pretty big time. Okay, but now everyone knows, just, we know what James Rink looks like. File that in your minds. We know what Penny Bradley looks like. File that in your minds. Me and my uncle once played pickleball, but like 30 years ago. It's like a hidden, suppressed memory. They've tricked us. They're Berenstein burying us into thinking that pickleball didn't exist until 3 years ago. I actually have no idea what pickleball is, and I'm not super inclined to learn, to be honest. I bet you could get Arya on through Zoom pretty easily. Yeah, we probably could. We could talk about SpongeBob. These kinds of guys would kill to be on someone else's show for the exposure. Yeah, that's probably true. James Rink would be a good... honestly, James Rink or his guests would also be good. And there's a couple local schizos who were... not schizos, truth tellers who were circling the drain of trying to get on the show, which could be exciting stuff in the future. All right, we're going to listen to this. I'm going to play some baby steps for a bit.
59 by the Men in Green Fatigues. After 5 years of mind fracture and altered training, she was sent to Ares Prima on Mars through the Long Island jump gate and was turned over to the Germans. I guess that was was it? Oh gosh,
How's the
Mars.
volume?
Oh my god. I was thinking the name of the academy, the Mars Academy. Okay, and was turned over to Germans at the age of 9.
Well, the thing about Penny is obviously she's a dime piece, dream girl for real, but she's also unbelievably dangerous. So you're going to want to watch it there. She might have been it seems like most of the women who are super soldiers were like intergalactic kind of like sex slave / assassins. And most of the guys were basically Master Chief. That's often how it breaks down. Did you finish the walking simulator? No, we're going to be doing more of the walking simulator. I just wanted everyone to be able to file their images in their minds, and then we will listen to it as I do more Redditor walking simulator. Just all booted up and ready to go.
The Germans put her in Schule for a decade. When she graduated, she was a pilot in the German Mars militia called Marisch Hemschild, Martian Home Shield, until 1990. She panicked during a mission. I think there was a spider there that killed your partner, and
raptors.
Okay, and it seems like they knew that was going to happen, and like they set it all up. Okay. I guess.
Yeah,
I'm in an exciting new spot now. I'm in the desert.
And, when she graduated, oh wait, I said that. Okay, she panicked during a mission and was sent off to Mars to the German space.
It's very important. I have to get up to that thing because I unlocked a special. Let me pause this for a second so I can get everyone up to speed. So basically, where we are in this one, I got past that brutal hill I was stuck on, and I spent several hours climbing a tree to get a cool Reddit mod hat, which falls off whenever I fall. And I was trying to climb that tower up there, and I fell, and my special Reddit mod hat is up there, so we have to get back there to retrieve it. It's exceptionally important. Yeah, go ahead and laugh. Her brother-in-arms was killed by a spider, and you're laughing. Yeah. Is this a preview of the Chrome Boy Spooky Story app? You know, we need some people to step up and send in their stories. We had all these people say, yeah, I have a ghost story. Yeah, I'm constantly getting haunted by ghosts. And then we put out the call to send in emails, and nada, zilch, nothing. Can we make the game capture window as small as possible so we can't see the disgusting soy character? I don't know how to do that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I do not know how to do that. Do you have enough stories for the Halloween thing? We don't have any. We don't have any stories for the Halloween thing. The ep you said. Yeah. I mean, I guess we could use those stories from the Discord. And John said he had a couple stories to send in, but still hasn't. And then nobody. It would be. I mean, we could read them off if they were typed up. Like, ideally, it would be cool if we could get, an audio thing or like a call or something like that. But yeah, nobody. I would call in if you can put me on a voice changer like a drug kingpin. Yeah, I mean that's possible. It wouldn't be like live, and I could record it on like a separate track, and I can alter voices or whatever. But yeah, so far we don't have anyone who's confirmed in. Maybe John is. But I'll have to set it up. But we need some people to step up if you want a spooky Halloween episode. So yeah, that's where Halloween is standing right now. Is TBD. What's the parameters of the story? It's got to be real. You have to claim it's real. That's the key thing. Is you have to claim that it's real. I'm also looking into investing in a mocap suit so I can finally appear in the podcast, but as CGI Knuckles. Awesome. Damn, I'm falling far here. What the hell? Yeah, you have to say it's real, but if you're willing and able, ideally to do like a call via Discord, Zoom, Skype, TeamSpeak, what have you. Tell a spooky story. Ideally, one that can get Jordan haunted. He's very susceptible to such things. Me, not so much. But we'll see. A bunch of people said they would, and they haven't gotten back to us. So we will see. I have a good one that still to this day can't explain. Well, hit the God, these frickin' dunes. There, where is it most legible? Right there. Perfect. Yeah, there's the email there. At the bottom of the screen, chromeboys with a K @gmails.com. Just send it in if you're willing, and then once we get a list of possible people, we will set up dates for calls. Didn't Dan Aykroyd claim he banged a ghost for real? Probably. I have scary camp stories, but no ghosts, like camp counselors kind of stuff. I'll send in a few since Halloween. I'll be busy candy maxing. Well, I mean, I don't think we're gonna do it on Halloween night. I mean, shit. What's the date today? It's the 19th. So yeah, honestly, we should probably move on that relatively soon so we could release the episode around Halloween, which would probably be... Tomorrow's the 20th. Not going to be tomorrow. Like next week or so. Yeah. I have one I still can't explain. Well, yeah, man. Hit the email. Bottom corner there. We'll set it up. If he wants to set up a date with me, if you got a ghost story. Okay, I got to focus here. I'm falling down this frickin' hill. Myron Gaines being noticed by Hugh Chan. Notice me, senpai. But yeah, it'd be cool. Have some noided. Well, are ghost stories noid? Okay, I'm fumbling it here. This is high stakes stuff. Are ghost stories? Would you consider those to be a noid thing? Tough to say. Just let me know. I'm free this week. I'll just have to distract the void with garbage TV and ice cream. Yeah, well, I should be able to climb this. Oh man, look how far I'm falling. Okay, I did climb this with ease off stream. I just need to lock in here. If the ghost is Adolf Hitler. Okay. I just gotta lock in. Let's see here. What's the... Actually, I think I came up before way over there, actually. But I'm pretty sure I can do this. I just have to find a good path, like an animal. Let's listen to some Super Soldier talk.
Dark Fleet, just because the Americans called it Dark Fleet to make it sound more scary than it actually was, because their ships were really dark looking and big and massive. Yeah, Dark Fleet has been around for at least 5,000 years, perhaps longer. So when the Germans made a joint venture with them, their interests were mutually aligned, so it all was a deal worked in heaven, I guess, for them. She was a navigator on a freighter service. Is that the Merchant Marine Fleet?
It was a lower level of Nachtwaffen instead of... It was military, but it was basically like Merchant Marine. They would send out groups of ships to support specific missions that the Draco had set up. And there would be a flagship and troop transports and supply ships.
Interesting.
Well, I don't think it could be a dream because
The navigator
literally dozens of people have
wasn't in it.
identical stories.
Okay. And
So the
how-
only logical conclusion
have
is that
any
it
idea
is
how
true.
big the vessel was that you were stationed on, and
It was a kilometer long, and we didn't have a lot of crew because we had a lot of space to hold what we were carrying.
okay.
Sometimes it was soldiers, sometimes it was slaves, sometimes prisoners of war, sometimes it was a.
But yes, you should hang up to Spook Jordan.
If it was between humans and then supplies, there would have to be retrofitting done in between.
I need my cool Redditor fedora back.
I was in trouble, and I was basically a prisoner in my quarters and workstation. I wasn't given the run of the ship, so I don't know everything that was
Well,
there.
the thing is, James Rink knows all about the Raptors, all about the spiders. This is all old hat for him. He was literally a super soldier already.
And can you tell people why there was a Draco Nachtwaffen vessels?
Because when the Germans went out into space, they found out that every square centimeter of space was already owned by somebody else. And there are two ways to get bases, colonies. One is to lease the land to
Yeah,
somebody else, which is what they did
Yeah,
with
poor
Draco.
Kyle
The
Odom.
other
Instead of being a
is
super
to go
soldier,
to
he
war
just had to
and
get
take it from them,
space
which is what
molested.
they did to the Raptors
okay.
and
Lock in, lock
Mansids on Mars.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Well, in all intents and purposes, Mars used to have a blonde hair, blue-eyed humanoid before all the. So what happened? There was the Orion Wars, and there were a lot of refugees, the Mantis and certain reptilians, and they all settled there.
Yeah, if you have a liar friend, get him in touch with James Rink. I need to get in touch with James Rink, actually.
my understanding was that Mars and the planet that's now the asteroid belt,
Maldek or Tiamat.
different people call it one or the other, but that these two planets were in a dispute over who was going to be the boss of the solar system. And there was a war, and that planet was destroyed. The atmosphere was taken from Mars, and basically everybody who was somebody died. And all we've got left are the survivors.
Interesting.
And a big chunk of that planet that was destroyed collided.
What kind of lies does your liar friend
what
tell?
was in Earth's orbit. And recently, the geologists found that
Is it like super soldier
Earth
talk
does
level stuff?
indeed have two cores. So this story of
let's go.
the top half of that planet hitting
Let's
what was already
freaking
here
go.
turned out to
I
be
spent
true.
so long getting this hat.
When
You
they
guys have
killed off the
no
alleged
idea.
dinosaurs.
Oh, it was way before that.
Oh, okay.
But it was a story that was told in our mythology and was in detail in the Sumerian tablets. So to me, it was interesting that the ancient story that came from extraterrestrials turned out to be the truth and verifiable.
Okay, it's interesting because I did a show with Peter the Insider about Mars and some of the history. And,
Do I know what percent through the game you are? No, I have no idea.
Either we're time traveling, or it
feel
almost
like
seems like
Kind of far,
they had
probably.
access to portal technology as early as the 1850s, and were
Mhm.
some of the.
But keep
what
doing
they
shit like
call
this that
those
takes
Prussians
forever and
at
I
that
don't
point.
think really progresses
Yeah.
anything.
It would be typically the rich and elite would have access to this technology, and they were settling. And I think it was, but what's kind of confusing is I really don't understand what Peter was describing. It was that Mars was tropical and it had banana trees and the climate was beautiful.
Yes, this is QOP 3D.
The Germans, when they settled Mars, they were cyborgs from our future.
Not only is this QOP 3D, it's literally made by the same guy, Bennett Fraudy, as I call him. No, more like we had the same Moby boss. Ooh, you don't want a Moby boss. And he lied that the boss tried to hit up a third friend to sell music equipment? Yeah, he should have a juicier lie than that, I feel. If you're going to be a liar guy, you got to just commit. So yeah, this is where I fell before. And I lost my hat and fell all the way back down there. So I can't really figure out how to get up this. And also I don't know if there's anything worth getting up here. Because, yeah, that might be the end. I think there's a big mountain you got to climb at the end, which might be that. Is it worth trying to get up this? There's probably nothing even up there. We're just going to plow forward, I think. I wonder if he'll take you into space. I'm pretty sure it ends on a mountain. Hugh would be a top guy in the Nachtwaffen. Thank you. I assume. Yeah, I think it's a big waste of time probably to climb that. And the thing now, I have this cool Redditor hat, and it's imperative that I keep it, and it does fall off when you fall over. So I don't want to lose my Redditor hat. Maybe there's an inscription on the hat. Well, I did at a certain point. I got to play like this stupid little arcade game that I'm pretty sure I unlocked because of the hat, because it had a like a little graphic of the hat, and it morphed into the game, and it was sort of like it operated like a Pokemon Game Boy game, but you had to get like breast milk for a baby or something. I don't know. Honestly, all the story and stuff in this game is like really annoying and insufferable. But the walking rules. Hugh, you need to get that hat IRL. I agree. I actually spent multiple nights getting this hat because you had to like climb this tree with little pegs in the trunk. And it took me an exceptionally long time. Do we think this is doable? Probably not, hey? I'm going to go walk over here. Actually, I want to find out what that big solo cup is, actually. You had to get breast milk in this game? Well, I think I've been mostly skipping the cutscenes, but I think breast milk is like a major theme of this game. Because like at this sort of save spots, or you get to a campsite where there'll be like a naked horse guy, and like a big bucket of white stuff, and then like in the little mini game you have to go get breast milk. So I feel like Bennett Fraudy is making some Reddit-ish something or other about breast milk. Maybe I don't know. I've mostly been skipping the cutscenes, but they literally have like a mechanic where if you skip the cutscenes, like it makes skipping the cutscenes into a mini game, probably because they figured so many people would. But you just had to get the breast milk. You were in a house, and there was a little pixely blob who was like, "We need formula." And you walk outside, and you go to the next door neighbor house, and you collect breast milk out of the fridge, and then you take it back, and then like your baby was gone, and that was the extent of the game. I don't think I can climb here. Oh, no. Is my hat still on? That's what matters most. Hat secured. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna try over here. And that's one of the annoying things is so far on every little like side quest I've gone on to investigate an interesting spot, you don't get anything. That's why getting the hat was so important. All my RNs know David Aurora, BTFO, Paul Stamets. I don't know who either of those people are. God. Oh, my hat fell off. Damn it. All right, let's do some more Super Soldier talk here.
Sure, I think maybe 2040, 2400. Okay, so from that future, they came back in time to the year 1600 and settled Mars. So when they got there, there was already advanced civilization there, and these Germans were interested in the territory, not sharing. So Peter described that there was a cobalt bomb that took place the year 1900. So when the Germans got access to the saucer tech, they started settling Mars in the 1940s, and the environment was still absolutely.
Where'd my hat go?
Actually, portals ripped through space and time.
Okay, it's under me.
Does any of this resonate with you, Penny?
I wasn't told any of that.
Okay.
All that
What
rain,
I was told was that
promises, and
the
more
Germanic
mushrooms.
peoples were basically what we would, looking through history, it would be the Holy Roman Empire until Napoleon destroyed it. And approximately 50 years later, the Prussians started trying to rebuild it.
This is high-level stuff here, guys.
Everybody in Europe went absolutely batshit because they did not want
Under the
Holy
bridge.
Roman Empire rebuilt.
I'm going to try here
And
first.
so that was what led to both World War I and World War II. And that by that middle zone during the Weimar Republic, that the German aristocracy figured out that there was no future for the German people on Earth. And yes,
is she saying that Nazis colonized Mars? Is that what I'm getting here?
By that time, they'd already gone to the moon. And
what year? What year? Okay. Like the 1920s? You're talking about?
Okay.
Yeah. 1920s. They were already.
John's locking in. Yeah, enjoy HHN, John. HHN.
They had figured out that warp drive was.
I think I'm gonna go try and go on the other side here.
So they started going back farther and farther and farther in time, and making the arrangements to actually have colonies. And so then they started traveling back in time in their own history to get their own peoples.
Time travel.
And these would be, at the time, they were Germanic speaking peoples. So it would be anything from Northern Europe. And they would go in and they would get a collection of people and have them on the ship together. And they would, if they could get along, they would put them in the same colony together. If they couldn't, they would separate them into two, because they usually went to battle scenes. The biggest problem that they had was getting.
Okay, my hat is good.
Women were not usually in the battles. They were very careful to only.
Does this game have talent trees? No. It has unlockable Reddit fedoras. That's all I've unlocked thus far.
They didn't know if that would mess with the timeline or not. And they were trying to preserve the timeline.
But they could just take the person and put a clone.
Yeah, I also can't believe we didn't learn this stuff in school.
They didn't bother with that.
Real stuff.
They didn't, honestly.
So let's discuss the body. Okay, so the body's dead. They went through the funeral service.
Time traveling Nazi space guys.
Teleports it out of the grave, reanimates.
No, they went into battle. They went into.
Does the main character? I wish the main character lost weight, or you could like get some more loose-fitting clothes. Would be awesome too.
The mythology was that the Valkyrie would go into the battle and take the heads of the bravest, and then take them to Valhalla, hold the head up, and the body would form underneath it. Which is a really good description of what happened.
Humanoid.
because there's the story of Perseus killing
Ooh,
Medusa.
what's that door?
So maybe,
Yeah.
of course, it's my belief that I was that character that played that character, and he was a general in Atlantis, and Medusa was a tyrant queen, and so she had all her hands in every affairs of state.
Went to the Field Museum. A tour was showing the Mesoamerican town, and a woke brother was there showing the tour guide how the town was actually a massive circuit.
That's all they really needed was just the head. Everything else.
Yeah. All they really needed was the head. And I have memories of what I call Altar 32 being one of those Valkyries. And I had a bag on my belt that I would
let's
just
go.
pop the heads into the bag. And when it was all I could carry, I'd go back to the shuttlecraft.
Is she saying that she used to be a
had
space
A
Medusa?
Pegasus painted on the side of it.
Damn, this really is all
Which
connected,
is what
eh?
they remembered as the Valkyries would ride a flying horse. And yeah, there was a flying horse painted.
Do you think there's a Mr. Penny
And so you would
Medusa Valkyrie?
Yeah, Project Pegasus is associated with time travel.
No,
Uh-huh.
So
no.
that vessel had time travel capability, like all of them do.
all of them have. So we would go back to our mothership, which was named Valhalla, and the captain was referred
She
to
reads as a
Odin, so
widow.
that everything matched. the
Yeah.
myth.
So you're saying there's a chance.
And
We were matching the myth because we didn't want to change history. And if you really think about it, we were the myth.
Wow, real.
So Valhalla is basically
Penny is family annihilator code.
Yes. And
Yeah,
what they
man.
needed was
How could
people
you
who could
resist
live without
a real
modern
life Valkyrie?
technological advances? People who could be put into an area and create the bottom line infrastructure. And so they would go through, they would make the first colony, they would develop the water resources, they would build the houses, and they were
We were
their
the myth.
descendants became the real leaders, because as soon as they were out there
what?
and their colony was founded, their children were being instructed in modern ways.
Guys, I'm all the way back here now, and my Redditor hat is back up there.
people
God
would go back in
damn
time, maybe
it.
5,000, 10,000 years.
Guess you
into
can't
the
step
past,
on the frickin' cactuses.
deliver these
Shit.
people with maybe some primitive tools and tell them to rebuild a civilization.
Yeah. And they would leave somebody there that had technological abilities to make sure that everything.
Well, I have to
was
go get my
compatible
Redditor
with
hat
the
back.
next layer of technology, and they would slowly build it up. So each colony is a little bit different, because some of them were from Britain, and some were from Scandinavia, and some were from Poland and Germany. And
If you click the feet buttons
they're a
fast, he
little
can
bit
run.
different,
I mean, it
but they're all
theoretically,
based
yes.
in the
Let's see
German
if I can do that.
and so they called their civilization Bund, which means federation.
It's hard. It's
In
hard.
English.
It's hard to run.
Because they're not a empire. The only thing empire like is the military that connects them all.
There's a rhythm. Yeah, yeah.
Serving in the military is an honor, because that's how they pay for having the colonies. They came through, and the Queen Mother now was the queen of the Draconian Empire at the time they were coming out.
Oh, wow.
So they've had
That's a
that
truth nuke right
continuity
there.
that the Draco
Draconian
government that they were
Empire.
dealing with has been the same folks all along.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
So, wow, Penny, I'm really gotta.
I'm writing my ghost story to email in. Let's go. Let's go.
Thank you.
Yeah, hopefully we can get a couple.
We have somebody
And
in the
ideally, if we
chat
could
that
set up some
will
calls with somebody,
clarification
figure out
on your
a night for that, that would be
clarify about
very swag.
Nazis and Darkfleet. So, which actually came first? Did the Nazis travel back in time and found Darkfleet, or did Darkfleet already exist?
Okay, where did my
back
cool
in
Reddit
time from
hat go?
another breakaway
I need to not
civilization out
step
there?
on the
What can you tell
cacti,
us
it
about
would
the early
appear.
history? And yeah, and do they
Wait,
do
where's
these
my...
Germans consider themselves Nazis? Maybe
Oh,
go
my
for it.
hat's on the other side of the
Okay, the
cactus.
Germans
That's a
out there do
problem.
not consider themselves Nazis. The tradition that they tie into are the Teutonic Knights, which
Yes.
came out
Oh.
the Crusades.
Okay, I got my hat.
That's the tradition that they mostly
That's what
connect
matters.
with.
I got my Reddit hat. We're
They're
good.
not Christian. The upper
Yeah, if your
classes
cube was
are
white, yes. They're not
aggressively
Nazis.
atheist.
They're Teutonic Knights.
The
Exactly.
lower classes practice what we're calling asatru now, which
Did I
is
try going up over
basically
here
ancestor
already? I
worship.
think I did.
Because of the time travel aspect, what you're calling Dark Fleet has always been the Germans. It's not somebody else that was already there. It was the Germans went back in time, established their region, established the Bund.
One of the cool things about Super Soldier Talk, if you listen to a few episodes, is how it's sort of like it's like there's dozens, maybe hundreds of people out there who all have their own kind of like head canon. And James Rink, the maestro, it can all be incorporated. So you got some people who are like, time traveling, Teutonic Knights, Dark Fleet stuff. Other people are like killing spiders and Alpha Centauri, and it's all just, it seamlessly synchronizes together. It's rather beautiful, actually.
And when they finally, in real time, went back, they found themselves.
You mean back in time they forgot where they originated from because it was so long in history? That kind of
Some
thing.
of those people have no idea that they were ever from Earth. They think they evolved on the planets they're colonized on.
Okay, I want to find out what's going on with the cup.
They have this thing about...
Is anyone protecting this IP? I mean, I don't think you can IP the truth, reality, history. That belongs to all of us.
So, Penny, if this type of technology exists, you theoretically any other species out there could have used it and just went ahead and colonized the whole universe before we got hold of it. So was it like that when they got out there? Like everything was already full, or they had to like terraform worlds and start over?
They had to terraform worlds that were unsuitable.
Yeah, could you imagine if Penny the Valkyrie was your Meemaw?
Them by the Draco Empire, who has been out there for billions of years. The Draco Empire is older than Earth is.
I guess it's a thing, right? People have noided-ass grandparents.
For a long time.
I never got to experience such a thing, but that sounds
right,
awesome.
So I think we covered that pretty good. So how about we go to maybe some of
I
the
think I
title
might be
of
able
our
to
show is
sidle
technology. So
along the side
thought,
there.
Was there a particular technology that you wanted to go into first, or you want me to just pick one?
The sad thing is her family probably rejects her for this beautiful tale. I mean, that is probably why she's telling James Rink on Rumble rather than
do I have
her beautiful grandkids.
Here?
So if you press present, there should be a little drop-down box that comes up, and then you can just click the layer that you want to show.
Okay, I found patents about Neuralink technology because while I was a pilot navigator, I had a chip behind my left ear that was linked directly into my brain on one end.
Well, yeah, that's the great thing about the modern era is you can get all these people who have different kind of like schizo headcanons, and they can all talk to each other and make a cool super soldier Rumble talk show together.
The Neuralink programs that are being developed now. So let me see if I can find that.
All right. And do you think the technology is good, or do you think it's potential to entrain the mind with AI, where AI could take us over?
Um, I think all of these technologies have serious ramifications. None of them should be embraced. I think that all of them need to prove their justification.
Okay. So they probably have
How
like
do I get up
gold
there?
fibers in their wires, per se, to match so it doesn't get rejected by the body, I would guess.
Yeah.
Something
We
like that.
must save Penny. Sister-in-law used to talk like this, but instead it was how she was in the Irish mob.
Yeah. So could
She got new meds and
you
doesn't
use
do
the
that anymore.
technology to have like
Damn,
a
that
little
rule.
window pop open and
The
you could
Irish mob.
see little schematics,
Hmm.
something like that, where you don't even have to look at a
Oh,
screen.
oh, damn it.
Um, it would present a screen in front of you.
All right, well, I'm all the way back down here now.
This is
Hard to
a
explain.
But Reddit
this
hat
is
is
a
secured.
page that shows all of the various patents assigned to the Neuralink. Uh, Dicing and partial dicing, release of lithograph device, the cannula for grasping and setting the lead with a needle, neural signal compression.
Are we still feeling Penny, or you guys want to watch a different Super Soldier video? We could investigate the Vril Society.
Multiplexing for high density neural signal recording.
She's got a gay husband now.
That way they're recording what
Don't
goes
mess with the
forward.
Irish.
Optical coherence tomography for robotic brain surgery. That's because they're using a robot to install these. Capacitive, I think that's the right pronunciation, shield for charger, artifact reduction for implants. And there's a set of shielded coils for wireless power transmission.
Oh, that's what the Noctwaffen is, of
So it has
course.
its own power source. Automatic craniotomy and bone work via milling, force sensing, and impedance sensing. The biggest problem I see with any
Soldier,
of these
coach,
is
entrepreneur.
that
Reminds
they're
me of me.
permanent.
Let's just get a little background here quickly. Penny Bradley was abducted from her home at age 4 by men in green fatigues who took her to Langley Air Force Base in Virginia, 1959. She spent 5 years there being mind fractures and her abilities weaponized, with a side trip to the infamous Montauk in 1961/62. Penny is her slave name. Sir, you better write something for Halloween. You fuck. What do you want from me? What tracks? More beautiful words. Well, we have some powerful dream tales. I could go with, I could read off like written stuff. Convenient how John isn't in the chat when Langley is brought up. That is convenient. What is the Montauk? I'm not familiar with the infamous Montauk. A village at the easternmost point of Long Island, New York, known for its beaches, fishing, and historic Montauk Point Lighthouse. Okay, sounds cool. Out of the 1,000 children initially part of this project, only 20 were still alive in 1964 when the graduates were sent through the Long Island jump gate to Mars. Okay. That's the Montauk connection there. Of course, I forgot about the Long Island jump point, wormhole to Mars. Of course, Operation Jade Helm. It's what Stranger Things was based off, if I remember correctly. She's 11 from Stranger Things. Okay. That must be a sort of revelation of the method thing that they would let that out via Stranger Things. She spent 10 years in Shul on Mars, and then 15 as a fighter pilot. In 1990, the war on Mars was resolved, and she was transferred to the German deep space military known as Nachtwaffen. She was age regressed and returned to within 15 minutes of her initial abduction in 2014. And in 2021, the CIA archivist who uploaded her file to the computer verified what she remembers is in that file. Okay. Schul is German for school. The show was actually originally called Montauk Project before they changed it, allegedly. She explained it's a Teutonic Knight thing. Well, yeah, she's a Teutonic. I mean, look at her. Look at her, for Pete's sake. She's definitely a Teutonic Space Knight. Does she have like a... Does she have a Facebook, I wonder? Oh. The problem is that I do not have a Facebook. Just Montauk. Okay. Is that true? Stranger Things was Montauk space portal pilled? Long Island Skydiving Center. Yeah, very convenient. Penny is full of it. She definitely has a Facebook. Well, I can't find it. I don't have a Facebook.
They're absolutely.
Are you guys hyped for Stranger Things season 8 or whatever, where they're all 30? Okay, you see here it's a fictional device. That's just trying to throw us off the case here.
So the reason I don't have them here is because I was put through regen before I was sent back, and they removed all of them. We don't have that technology here.
That would have been cool if you were in season 2. I think I've only seen the first season.
To someone, it's permanent.
Okay, where are we going?
And they're leaving a hole in your head for bacteria, parasites, pathogens of all sorts to get in. So the end result is that person is going to end up dying from this. I mean, when I was in space, they kept putting me in the regen to repair all those issues. You went through regen at least once a week because of the chemicals they gave you and the stuff that was installed. So, that's my biggest problem with it. In fact, there's... Can you see this one?
I'm hearing reports that she's right on the astral physics.
Okay, go ahead and pull it
which
up.
lends a lot of credence to the rest of her story, frankly.
I'll have to come back.
My audition for American Vandal got furthered but still got cut. I am not familiar with that one.
This one
American
is
Vandal.
talking about the
Okay. Hat. Still good. I don't.
superhumans and the law, genetic warfare. It's talking about what the...
Did you ever end up in any
modifying human
shows,
beings
Gaines?
permanently for military applications, and it's several pages long. It's downloadable on this.
Okay, I don't know if
I
I
can
make
give you
this.
the link for your description. But here are his references. See also Bruce Ubben. First look at DARPA funded as exoskeleton for super soldiers. Ready for War in 2005. The Soldier Who Never Sleeps.
Nothing cool. Yeah, I was an extra in a
Extraordinary
bunch of
Pentagon mind
nothing cool
experiments.
things.
And this, these are from 2003,
Oh,
2014,
am I all the way back here?
2008.
Yeah,
This is
man.
all
If you think she's a
technology
dime
that's been
piece
being
now, you
used
should
for a
see her
while.
astral body.
Meanwhile, we have the
That's what
Universal
I'm saying.
Declaration on the Human Genome and Rights.
Okay,
It's from
I'm gonna follow
1997
the
that's saying we don't do
River
this.
of Cum.
And that has not changed yet. So this is part of why super soldiers and SSP are very top secret, is because they have violated the Convention on Human Rights. Does that make sense?
Oh wow. So I went back and I found this old video. It's basically it's like a local news broadcast of how this lady's talking about NeuroCore, which is I believe is what that's part of what Elon Musk was working on. And
Yeah, he calls it Neuralink, but yeah, it's all this same technology.
okay, let's see if this is gonna work here. Okay, I'm going to pull this up. Give me a moment.
I'm
Okay,
fully
so
patient.
it's loading, but it's muted. So let me go ahead. Okay,
It's getting
so
kind of dark out here. What's going on?
37 minutes. Let me just skip to the part where
It's all dark and
okay, here's-
spooky all of a sudden.
Let's pull this up. And so this was from 2020, and you can imagine content like this usually just gets forgotten. But thankfully, I saved this. So let me pull this on.
I'm glad you saved it.
Am I
Okay.
just gonna slide down
you
this
hear
river? You
anything?
think?
No.
Oh, here it goes. I'm turning it up.
The ringleader of the whole underground world.
So they're going to talk about. I think they're raiding this warehouse behind the police, if that's what they really are. Oh, here it goes.
Shit.
There is a guy that's
Uh oh.
from Europe and hired me to work for a company called Europort. And he is pretty much the ringleader of the whole underground world in digital mining implants. He was staying at this hotel. Well, I've been under surveillance because the FBI is aware of it, everyone's aware of it, CIA, and others. And so they tipped him off. And so
Got my hat.
they've been over here staying 2 weeks, breaking into my house. They stole my dog, and they were tipped off. They've been on the open Wi-Fi, so it was discovered. So that's probably, I'm not saying that's what it is, but seeing that there's cops 2 miles long.
What is going on here?
Back here, and they got them. But I don't know if I would say that on air because it's really strange, but that's what's been going on.
Okay, let me pause this.
You know what I mean? So how do you do that? Or word that? I mean, I'm happiest I've ever been, but it was as a result of that.
Why did they take your dog?
They've been breaking in my house for.
All right.
Last summer they did it 6 times. I have 6 police reports. They've broken in.
Which is a higher level.
Is that a requirement? You have to take the black goo to become
To be a
navigator?
navigator, yes.
Okay, so Penny, I was second class navigation asset. Would a second class navigation asset have to take it?
Yes. But it was voluntary. You drank it in an initiation ceremony.
Do you
It
have
was-
memories of all that too, Penny? Your
Yeah,
initiation?
I did not. Okay. My initial memory was looking into the.
Well, you have to drink the black goo if you're going to be a navigator.
And I did not accept for a long time that I drank it. I remembered looking at it, but I couldn't force myself to accept that I drank it. But it's it's in a fembot sized AI, and it comes in.
Oh, she has her own channel.
Your intellect. It eliminates your.
Let's yeah. So sorry, she had to take fembot-sized black goo. Very interesting. Ooh, is this her? RSS, Nachtwaffen pilot, Patreon, spaceportals.net. That's a good link to click on. And it's a weird Chinese thing. I guess you guys can't see that. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Penny. Fembot-sized AI. That's cool that the link leads to a weird Chinese scammer site that just put a virus on my computer. That's awesome. Man, the graphic design here is really top-notch. Damn, she's doing numbers, too. I guess I'm kind of blocking it here, but this is like that's her space astral plane thing. What's her Patreon bring in? The good question. Look at that Nazi UFO there. Yeah, we should try and get her on Sonic Wednesday. That would rule. I want to check her Patreon, but I don't want to miss any of this sort of documentary evidence that's happening here. I want to see all these pictures of spaceships, cities of the future, Dark Fleet cigar ships. Put a link to space portals on the Internet Archive in the Discord. Oh, did they turn it into some Chinese hacker site? This. I don't want to miss too many cool pictures of spaceships. Hugh, you're looking thinner, man. Thank you. I think I'm actually I've been weighing myself occasionally as part of the Stavros percentage run, and I've been maintaining a pretty standard weight. What is going on here? Oh. Undefined error, okay. Need to talk with Penny Bradley about saving the planet Earth under wholesale destruction. Military unable to protect. Hope Penny didn't experience the Delta fiasco. I think I'm taking your weight onto myself. Yeah, I think I maxed out a bit, but now I'm holding pretty steady at 205 recently. Reality brief, Nachtwaffen. Photos are being loaded. I wonder why this site is now a weird Chinese thing. But some of these are, well, it's just saying like 3 weeks ago, but I don't know if that's like accurate. That's no joke. You are looking healthy, but oh, thank you. I mean, I think part of it too is been putting a bit more effort into the lighting. So I think I'm better lit now than I have been in the past. I've been using advanced lighting techniques called bouncing. That's working pretty good. I've had similar conversations with schizo-homeless people. Yeah, well, that's a... Well. Well, I mean, yeah, yeah. Ooh, Kevin Estrella from Pyramids on Mars. I would like to know more about that. This page is unavailable. Okay. Somebody definitely doesn't want us looking at spaceportals.net. Kevin Estrella from Pyramids on... I want to learn more about the pyramids on Mars. What was that guy's name? Kevin Estrella? Is this site going to be a weird Chinese thing? What? Purchase music. Is this going to get me? I'm already copyright and strike, whatever. On dragon's wings. Oh, wow. Every once in a while, there comes along a band that is so different or unique that you would think they were dropped on Earth from another planet. That is the Pyramids on Mars. It is a solo project of guitarist Kevin Estrella. He wanted to do something musically different to stand out from the crowd. Awesome. Okay. So I guess he's some band guy, and follow the time signatures. Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh, ET Experiences. That's cool. That's cool that he has an ET Experiences section on his website. That's kind of awesome.
Hello, Kevin Estrella. Oh, there you go. Now I can see you. Can you see me?
Oh, yeah,
Not much better. All right. We are live on WeCallRadio.com. All right. I'm DJ Shelby. Call me Shelby. We've met before on, this side. So,
Yeah.
I and my listeners are very excited about this interview.
Fly on the wall.
All right.
And you're going to hear what I do when I am practicing
Okay.
and what I play. I'm going to basically just get into channeling and just playing
Okay.
and letting you hear this is the kind of stuff that comes out of my
free flow jam thing.
completely free flow.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Great.
So that's gonna be pretty cool.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, I haven't decided if I fully trust Kevin Estrella yet. When I created Pyramids on Mars, my intention was to combine my love of instrumental music, reaching higher states of consciousness, at the same time helping others awaken to the very real alien and UFO presence on our planet. Little did I know that they had the same intentions with me. That is when they contacted me on August 21st, 2014, 10:30 p.m. This is my story. Music and telepathy. Wow.
Well, if you didn't know, this is my new show.
Me when I smoke pot 2 weekends in a row.
So, in my second
Yeah, we're what's up, Manic Fugue State? Yeah, we're doing some secret space program stuff tonight. We've been running down the story of Penny Bradley, the Nachtwaffen space Valkyrie, time-traveling space Valkyrie, navigator, Alter 32, Nazi space program, secret space program, all sorts of stuff. Oh, I did want to check her Patreon, actually, while we're here. And that has led us to Kevin Estrella. 73 members, 197 a month. Okay, she's in. Yeah, okay. I'm Penny Bradley, and welcome to my Patreon site. I'm a survivor of CIA mind fracture and veteran of the space Black Ops. I am exposing the tech and atrocities of those Black Ops. I'm also a researcher of related topics and how they apply to today's world. I want to learn more about...
Okay, we're going to switch gears. Well, we're
Okay, we could definitely get Kevin Estrella on.
Okay, we're going to switch gears. Well, we're actually not going to switch.
Have you ever wanted to be a superhero? Well, who doesn't? Although we can't promise you superpowers, we can help you feel like a superhuman with our friends at Ascent Nutrition. Ascent Nutrition is making a huge difference in this community, and they have a new product that we absolutely love: pine pollen. Last year, several prominent scientists started speaking out about the power of pine trees and the benefits they can offer us.
How do I get like brain powder sponsorships?
Pine pollen contains 200 nutrients in it, making it a true superfood. It's nature's highest source of phytohormones, which support hormone and libido health for men and women. Pine pollen also supports brain health, detoxification, as well as many facets of cardiovascular health. Their pine pollen is selling fast. It's literally flying off the shelves. Ascent Nutrition is on a mission of offering deeply transformative and helpful nutrients to as many people as possible to help bring about a great collective shift in human consciousness and human health. To order your pine pollen supply and check out everything Ascent Nutrition has to offer, use the link in the description or visit goascentnutrition.com.
Flying off the shelf?
FKN
Like what, like a
to get
Nazi
50%
UFO?
off your entire purchase.
Man, these people always have such epic intros. Yeah, they always have epic intros, and then when they get into the video, it's them two guys sitting in front of a white drywall. Do you think that Bigfoot's thing retracts like a cat? Yes.
I'm your host, Chris Matthew.
Oh, never
Today,
mind. He's got the
Kevin
exact same setup that I
a couple
do.
of announcements. If you have a business and you would like to advertise with Forbidden Knowledge News, email me, forbiddenknowledgenews@gmail.com.
I need to check out the competition. $30K subs. What? Sorry, this YouTube comment here. Oh my god, that explains why my husband actually had no interest to go out that one night that my son, my daughter, and my other son, and two of my grandchildren were all out front getting excited and trying to get pictures of a huge UFO above my house at a family get-together. We were all out on the street looking up at it. We called a woman who was walking and not even looking up to look at it. She just said, "Yeah, that's unusual," and just kept walking. They say that they follow family lines. We were so excited about it. You would think that my husband would have jumped up to see two. He always told me he wished he could see one, but didn't move to go see it even with lots of coaxing. Okay, that's an intriguing comment there.
gmail.com. We have unbeatable pricing and ad packages. Forbidden Knowledge News is always available on Rockfin, Odyssey, Rumble, and all podcast platforms. Check out Rockfin. This is where you get our premium content, as well as all the premium content from every creator on Rockfin. And we'd like to welcome to the Rockfin family.
This lady saw a
Raised by
drone and thought it was a
Giants.
UFO. Yeah.
Congratulations, Ryder Lee, and welcome, Raised by Giants, to Rockfin. To sign up, just go to rockfin.com/FKN Plus or click the link in the description. It's only $10 a month, but you can also create a free account and get access to all the tons of free content from every creator as well. Our website is forbiddenknowledge.news. It's also the home of the Forbidden Knowledge Network. This is where you find amazing podcasts.
Blazer. So that's kind of where you started to get an interest for me. And then I started buying books from Bud Hopkins.
Is he frozen, or he just has a...
Hey, we lost you there for a second.
Oh, okay. All right. Where did the...
Now he's sideways.
Last thing I heard, you're picking up books from Bud Hopkins.
Sure, yeah. That's kind of where things began. But really, what it was that I felt like my purpose on this timeline was a lot more important to that, to be helping extraterrestrials in the sense of wakening up the planet to their existence and their reality. And little did I know that actually that was the reason why I was brought into this timeline. That I would have to wait 18 years before the truth would actually be revealed to me. And that was the turning point, was August 21st, 2014. And what happened on that night,
I don't know if I can load these videos.
Onto my balcony. I live in Hamilton, Ontario. And within 7 seconds of me stepping out onto my balcony, there appears from behind my neighbor's tree this massive UFO that was glowing orangish red like hot coals and was literally only 100 yards away from me. It was very, very close. And it came out from behind a tree.
How many sponsors he has?
There's like...
Get an orgone generator.
Behind the tree or in front of the tree, it was like literally right behind the tree. Okay, like it was waiting. And at first I didn't know what I was looking at. And
I'm sorry, I need to investigate these orgone generators that are getting sold on Forbidden Knowledge News. Forbidden Knowledge is piece 2 of the Exodia Forbidden Gains belongs to. True. They say that liars give themselves away by being too specific. 7 seconds, 100 yards away. Yeah. The super soldier stuff is an interesting phenomenon, because it's just like how many videos does this guy have? I don't know if it says. It's a lot. There's a lot. There's 23 pages of videos here, and they're like all people who have kind of intersecting stories that they all kind of like believe each other and like merge them together. Anyway, orgone generators. I can't believe that Forbidden Knowledge has all these sponsors and I got nothing. Zendome's Orgonite are my own unique brand of orgone generators. Ethically sourced, handmade, and double charged. Don't you hate getting unethical, late-stage capitalism orgone generators? I know I do. Zendome's orgone generators are also known as orgonite. They are simple compounds which balance ambient energy by turning electromagnetic energy and geopathic stress into positive healing energy. Awesome. I wish you had a picture. This is Karen Holton, creator of these ethical orgone generators. I used to struggle with morbid obesity, depression, chronic pain, and exhaustion until I discovered powerful inner resources and my inner guru. Now I share my success, wisdom, and products to assist others with their life journey. I also, you guys can confirm this, I also used to struggle with morbid obesity. Cool. We should all get orgone generators. Ooh, this guy's an angelic healer. Let's go. The Maje Brazil UFO incident is a fun one to look into. They'll sell you the time machine from Napoleon Dynamite. I'm morbidly a beast. Yeah. Did Super Soldier Talk get a new intro? Okay, that's literally from a video game.
What they always endure, they fight for me and you.
Yeah, I also wish that the intros were the whole thing. Like they should, in a sane world, there would be a Super Soldier Talk like TV show that was just this shit and like them actually, you know, doing space super soldier stuff. Which game is that from? I know is that New Vegas? Yes.
Cybernetics, the power in their hands. Psionics, don't try to understand. They are a force of love. They bring a
I feel like this is James Rink singing right now.
Super soldiers are real. Augmentations off the scale. They will always heal. On a power track, 420 and back. They will persevere. In service to others. Service to humanity.
Right, yeah, okay, that's the cover art.
Magically advanced, their training is endless. Second to none. Where are they tonight? Out to make things right.
Yeah, I don't know how long this intro is going to be, but it needs to be like 10 times longer. I just want nothing but this. Yeah, AI was a big deal. What's the thing? If you're trying to like remember your secret mind fractured past, AI is a really good tool for such things.
Fighting for balance.
I tried to Shazam this. Yeah, man. Stop digging. Damn, I should start dressing like that. This is some Joe Biden 2020 virtual rally tier production values here. Let's go. I like how he has an AI generated library behind him too.
Something's coming out.
Okay.
Oh, it's James. What's up, James? James Rink on the screen.
Now, It was on the right setting. So for some reason, there's like a phantom mic. Anyway, I'm so sorry about that. Okay, let me repeat what. Hello, everybody. My name is James Rink. I am the host of Super Soldier Talk.
I think his like audio is unsynced too, which is awesome.
He does these divine energy healing sessions. So
is that a life alert necklace above the cross? Probably. Thank you, Patrick, for coming on here today. Yeah, and his Yu-Gi-Oh necklace I think is an important part for channeling his angelic healing.
First of all, you are a vendor at the Super Soldier Activation Conference. So if you would like to get a session with Patrick, you should go to supersoldiercon.com.
Yeah, they do have in-person conventions too, which for you Americans you should probably look into.
I think we got you down. If we don't, we should.
You could meet and greet with James, Patrick, Penny, and many more.
All right, so let's start with the very beginning. Tell us a little bit more about what it is that you do.
Well, I'm definitely a cool dude to come see because I can channel the energy from Source, which is the Holy Spirit. I can channel Christ consciousness, the angels, whoever's going to come through from the higher realms. It's nothing but directly from...
Yeah, let me just get this information for Super Soldier Con here in case anyone's close. So October... Oh, okay. We unfortunately, we've missed it. It was October 8th to 12th at the Wyndham Avanti Resort in Orlando, Florida. Damn. Only $100. Only $350 for general admission. Okay. Well, I know they do these regularly, so if you're in the near the Wyndham Avanti Resort in Orlando, Florida, definitely you're going to want to look into this. Man, James. This guy rules. I feel like James is like kind of has a somewhat flattering picture there. If I had 350 bones in Florida, you can be damn sure I ain't spending it there. look at Noel. Look at this guy's teeth. Holy smokes. Okay. Are you guys seeing this? I'm sorry. This guy's face and specifically teeth are just killing me. That's what I hope to look like when I'm a Majestic 12 NSA operative. I've attended races in person. Well, okay, at the Super Soldier Con, you're getting. Sorry, I keep looking at Noel Benoist. That's what when we got the veneers. That's really what I was. I'm sorry. I have to I want to read this guy's bio, but I need to not look at not look at his picture. Oh, okay. I need to know who this guy is. Noel Benoist is a Men in Black and former National Security Advisor who served in high-level MJ-12 Internal Affairs National Security Position, Seat 13, with top-secret clearance and access to cryptographic and specialized intelligence systems. Can you imagine if you're like a black site NSA analyst and this guy is your boss? Mr. Potato Heads in my ass motherfucker. Anyway. Specialized Intelligence Systems, effectively broad authority over intelligence matters. He co-authored a book with FBI agent Ted Gunderson called The 200-Year Plan, America's Shadow Government and the Great Deceit. He established Truckers Fight for Justice, the National American Indian Veterans Organization, and Glory to God United Ministries. I wonder why he started a truckers' justice organization. Anyway. Acted as a spiritual/policy advisor for the state militia groups across the U.S. and served in advisory roles for previous U.S. presidents. Yeah, with all this experience, you would think these guys would be CEOs or something. He was resurrected from Bleak Falls, Bear. I'm sorry, but to look at his teeth. I need to know more about this guy. I need to see a video of him, actually. He's got a LinkedIn profile.
So, Noel, how did you meet JFK?
Well, actually, that was set up by God, too, because I knew JFK was coming to our area for the Whiskeytown Dam dedication. And God had me go into Reading and go to a certain tailor. I was guided by God. I went to that tailor. I have a black suit. I asked the guy, do you have a black suit that would fit me? And the guy said, well, it just so happens, I think I do. He said, a guy came in, ordered a black suit, and he never came back to pick it up. He said, he's about your size. He said, I could probably put it on you real quick, take about a half hour to alter it. And he said, I'll give it to you for half price and you can walk out with it. And so God had me buy the suit and a white shirt and black tie and black shoes and everything. And when I walked out of there, I looked like a man in black. So then I had an old station wagon. God had me go up 299, park on the highway, and then it's a good mile walk in to where the dam is. And so I parked on the highway. I get in, maybe a quarter mile, and two black suits are coming toward me. And by the way, I was about 195, 200 pounds, played football, lettered all round. And at the same time, people were actually guessing me to be in the 24 to 28 bracket. And I was the ID checker and the bouncer at the Hilltop Lounge. So everybody thought I was older. And so I'm walking in, and I look just like these guys. And so I says, hey, guys, ready for the day? They think I'm the guy from D.C. So, yes, sir, they're showing me where the snipers...
Noel, tell us about your abilities.
I was raised by the good Lord. And I saw all kinds of supernatural things when I was young. Matter of fact, I was climbing a trestle by a train one time, and I grabbed a bush to pull myself up and over, and the whole bush pulled out. And I was suddenly 14, 15 feet away from the cliff, looking straight down at the edge of the train. And I said, God, no, it's not my time. I let go of the bush. I literally stopped in midair, straightened up. I'm
sorry, but this comment here. I need a miracle. I was recently diagnosed with colon cancer. James Rinks responds, are you taking methylene blue, ivermectin, and fenbendazole? And then this person with the colon cancer already did a parasite cleanse. Okay, well, that's good. They're fine then.
And I straighten up like this, and then I float over to the cliff. My buddy, Eddie, said, I saw that, and I don't believe it. He said, man, you stopped in midair.
Fembendazole.
Straighten up and floated over to the cliff. I said, yeah, man, well, angel on assignment. So I've always known that God had his protection over me. But then when I became the prodigal son and messed up, but when I came back to the Lord, I really got close and I really started studying and learning more about faith and everything. And plus some of the supernatural stuff I saw when I was in. And so I learned the path of basically letting God flow through me and having miracles happen. See, nobody is ever a healer. I'm not a healer. But God is faithful to guard over his words and to perform them. So I learned how to...
Man, I can't believe we missed Super Soldier Con. Do we have any? Are there? Do we have any Florida Florida Chrome boys? Whoa, Drago, Drago Reed. God, all these people look so fucking cool, especially Noel. But this is a trustworthy guy right here. Drago. Drago Reed is a Kruger super soldier and QHHT practitioner. I don't have a fucking... Right, I forgot. Okay. Oh, he's a tattoo artist. Let's learn more about angel
I don't
healing.
channel anything else. This is not Reiki what I do. It's very interesting.
Wait, was there a Mary Beaver? Oh, wow, her name is Mary Beaver. Mary Beaver is a former U.S. Army intelligence analyst with 8 years of service, known for her linguistic and cryptologic expertise. She possesses a unique ability called real-time memory, or click coding intelligence, enabling her to rapidly learn ancient languages such as Phoenician. Mary recalls extraordinary experiences, including serving as a super soldier in the MK Delta Cosmic Majestic Great Skills Program, undertaking covert missions on spacecraft, and living as a civilian on Mars. She has memories of training young soldiers to combat Draco aliens and being subjected to advanced medical procedures while encountering soldiers with thick metal masks and uniforms. I'm interested personally in what Stefani has to say. These are all fake people. They have to be. I don't know. Man. It's like they all have, where's Stefani? Mary Beaver, Jessica Jones, Michael Sedona. Draco alien. Well, the other dude's name is Drago. Oh, Stephanie, right there. Again, you know when she tells you something that you're gonna wanna nod along. When Stephanie gets going, you start nodding. She's not even MK Ultra. She's MK Delta. Yeah, even better. I wonder what Super Soldier Con would smell like in there. Oh, man, I wonder if there's any videos of it. That's just a promo. Lots of promos. We have the biggest girls. Yeah, what is okay, she's a Monarch super soldier. Interesting. Stephanie was born in Clearwater, Florida, the direct descendant of a Vril society. Whoa. Damn. It's like everything is connected. It's like everything is coming together and it's all connected. The direct is okay. We're gonna have to do that Vril Society stuff at some point because apparently it's deeply connected. She is a direct descendant of a Vril Society member and a Project Paperclip immigrant. Her ancestor was brought to the U.S. as an aircraft engineer. She attended Westgate Elementary School during her 1st to 5th grade years in the mid-'80s. She was evaluated by Monarch program, at which time she had undergone psychic evaluation. During this time, she was found to be able to open extra-dimensional portals and subsequently lost this ability when she was deemed non-conformant by the project. She continued to work as a psychic medium at the Crystal Corner Metaphysical Supercenter in Zephyr Hills, Florida. Going to want to just do a little bit of supplementary research on that. Oh. Okay, so it's a store that sells loose teas and crystals. Okay. Let's get her on the pod. Yeah, there's honestly the Super Soldier Con speakers list is a gold mine of potential Sonic Wednesday guests. Working with local clergy in Hernando and Pasco counties, she assisted them in numerous exorcisms, actively establishing a telekinetic link with 7 victims when communications became otherwise impossible. Unwavering in her sense of justice, she was contracted by the police department to find missing people. With a high degree of accuracy, she was able to provide law enforcement with details which directly allowed them to locate 4 individuals and help detectives solve and close 5 cases. She is actively seeking to explore the paranormal and document the mysteries of her unique Rh negative null blood type. As a truth seeker with a high degree of justice, she hopes to be a force multiplier, leveraging her unique intuitive abilities to help others. Some of the ways in which she can help include, but are not limited to, many don't get her, but I do. Let's go. Maybe you need to go on a business trip to Florida, to the Crystal Corner Metaphysical Supercenter in Zephyr Hills, Florida. Maybe you need to take a business trip there. She's got the John Travolta power from Phenomenon. Whoa, she has the Force? And yes, she is Jordan's new wife coded. And she's looking very spry, considering that she was 10 in the mid-'80s. Y'all can do the math on that. Okay, so we've got Secret Space Program speakers. Then we have the New Earth activation. We've got Patrick, our friend Patrick. This section seems to be the crazy old dingbat section. A lot of speakers there. Wow. It's incredible that these people can organize. Well, the thing is, it seems like the whole secret space program thing, it really all revolves around James Rink. He is really the glue that holds the secret space program community together. This guy right here. He's a super soldier,
Yes,
so
everybody has a different healing. Everyone is different. There's no 2 healings are the same. So it's pretty exciting work. Love what I do. It's really nice and rewarding when somebody gets up and goes, "Holy cow, my back pain is completely gone," or something else comes in for them where they're spiritually, lifted up. And it's a lot of fun what I do. James, I think you're muted.
the master at work.
There you are.
I know. I need to get a little button to press. So Jesus said that through faith we can move mountains, right? We can do miracles and so much more than Jesus Christ. So I was just wondering, how would you interpret that? How can we do miracles greater than Jesus?
I don't know if I'm going to be any greater than Jesus because he works through me. That's the interesting part of what I do. People come in with all different types of ailments and things bothering them. And once I get in there, I even find things that people aren't even aware that they have, or they'll say, "Hey, I didn't even tell you about my knee, but yet your hands went right to my knee and then started working on it." It's pretty cool work. He works through me, and that's how this whole thing. I'm just the channel for him, and I channel all the angels that come through. And I have different frequencies. I did a healing to.
You guys just don't get it. Yeah, based Florida psychics. If we have any, I don't know if I'm not aware of any Florida style listeners that we have, but if you are in the Orlando area, you should definitely keep an eye out for the next Super Soldier Conference, because $350 may sound like a lot, but listen, you're getting $200 value in free workshops, $100 value in one dinner ticket, plus $170 value in 5-day admission. So if 170 plus 200 plus 100, I mean, you're basically stealing money out of Super Soldier Con's pocket, essentially. Plus, I mean, look at the speakers you'll be interacting with, the vibrations, Noel Benoist. I mean, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. I bet their Discord is nuts. Yeah, I don't know if they have a Discord. It's probably incredible. We need to get all of these people on. Daryl James, Michael Osadona, beautiful baby girl Stephanie Gravath, Drago. Powerful. What's the food like at Super Soldier Con? I don't know. There's really only one way to find out, and that's to go. But we know we miss. I know they've done them in the past, though, so there will be another one, I'm sure. And look at this. Look at this place it's at. Do they have elephant ears? Probably. Imagine going to that thing for 5 days. Yeah, it would be incredible. Affiliate program. Oh, right. I wanted to see more of these.
Well, welcome to Nachtwaffen Pilot with Penny Bradley. I do have a guest scheduled for today, and he hasn't quite made it yet, so he may show up later. So in the meantime, I'm going to be talking about... Okay, y'all know that I've been reintegrating altars. And altars are...
Isn't altars the thing that teenage Tumblr furries have? I know I've heard of that before.
Basically scars from trauma as a child.
Now I'm back. The intros are always so good.
I managed to, at this point, reintegrate 32 of them. And the most recent one I had filled in a lot of really strange storylines. And I thought y'all might be interested. I've been exploring the memories so that I have almost a coherent thread as to what's happening and why it's happening and who else is involved. So this is reintegrated altar number 32. And she was a Valkyrie in Nachtwaffen. The group, the Federation of Free German States.
Yeah, she does talk kind of slow.
was trying to create colonies on bare rock planets. No running water. They had to use caverns to live in, and they were establishing this from literally below ground level and working up. And the folks in their already established colonies were pretty much too civilized, too dependent on technology to be able to do this. So they had a ship. It was named the Valhalla. There were a team of women who were, well, we were fighter pilots out in space, but when it came to our mission, we were taught historical languages from 1,000 years ago in Northern Europe. Now, you think that language stays stable. If you spoke German, you've always spoken German. And that, you know, you can travel 50 miles.
Yeah, it is crazy how this just sounds normal. But I mean, listen, she's been mind fractured since a young age, so you just have to kind of roll with it, right?
Dramatically from village to village. And we had to be able to talk to these people because we were looking for below ground working up colonists who were not dependent on modern plumbing, modern electricity, modern technologies. Now, these people do have technologies. They're just not what we're used to. And so we would travel back in time to places where the Black Plague had hit, to places where there were battles. Sometimes we would just sort of cruise the area and watch the battle go down. And when they were done fighting for the day, we women would go down.
Awesome. Awesome stuff. Oh, they do have some video from the Super Soldier Conference.
And you're arachnophobic, those are like the descendants that we see, the small ones here. But the big ones, they look just exactly the same. But they're big. Could you imagine fighting something that's like 10 times bigger than you? It sucks. You learn through trauma. So I learned through trauma. My daughter and my oldest are also of the MK Delta programming, unfortunately. And I was mad, and I did reach out.
Ancient dead languages like German. Is your wife even hag maxing and connecting psychically with Valkyries from space? Okay, the audio is on here, by the way.
So he needs a whole lot of prayer. Send all kinds of angels. But he is actually trying to fight people and the enemy.
Check out the comments here. The biofield is being hijacked literally via the W-band sensors embedded under the skin to 6G that myself to Sabrina Wallace talks Synergy channels on for the IOB. It's mechanical and cyber AI tech. All right. People trying to get private elite trusts as PMA, private member associations, just renaming bank accounts still CJS Corpus Juris Secundum. Anyone patent and copyright registers like a car is to the government and again is not sharing openly, and the original Star Nations tribal treaties are to gift or barter. Rumor of Atlas is the lead ship in a small fleet led by U.S. Navy Jedi admirals who have taken over the disclosures process on Earth, according to George K. Thank you so much for streaming this. You are a godsend. Enjoyed the Super Soldier Conference in Clearwater, Florida, summer of 2023. James, lovely to catch you live. Unfortunately, I can't catch Rumble anymore in France. So sad. All the people I used to watch only mainly post their videos, podcasts, interviews on Rumble. Let the intel/info out on other platforms, please. Let's go.
I'm the guy that actually fed him information, a lot of information, a lot of the stuff because
This is a 6-hour video, by the way. I guess you guys can't see that.
Oil in it, so why do we have an oil shortage, etc. And where to look for a lot of the ghosts and a lot of the other garbage. And matter of fact, I've got a message, instant message now. Noel Benoit, VP. That's got a great sound. And I said, well, if they put you in prisoner jail, I said, I'll run with you, and then we'll take care of it if I get elected, and we'll prove who the real bad guys are. And so then, but I wrote a print of the court brief for both of his Supreme Court hearings, and we both done a lot with law. The Supreme Court went right down the first one. I sent it to Donald, and then Don Jr. said, hey,
you can. Opportunities are always made for you. When you manifest your own life, you picture in the nth degree what you want to see, and you feel the joy of it happening. But that's not the end of it. He pulls out a wad of money and goes, here's $200. I don't want to see you again. Exactly like the dream said what happened. I got my rent the next night after being taken by a carny. Now, I'm not one to take orders. So
This is 40 minutes in, by the way, now.
And there's the large bucket guy, he's sitting on a bucket upside.
In the back. Everybody make sure you go check out the vendors between sessions and open up your wallets to them because they help support this venue too. So what else
I do have something I want to chat about because it's my passion too. What I share, we're trying to be like twinsies here. One of James's passions as well is that everybody needs to see his documentary, Change is on the Horizon. I don't know who's seen it yet. Raise your hand. All right. I loved it. Our deep-seated connection to our history, to our past. So many answers are there. He put, did you say 3 years of research into that?
Yes. Yes. Okay. Changes on the Horizon was a documentary that I made about Nasara. So I have a degree in finance, and near my final years of college, I was arguing with my professors about inflation. These the textbooks weren't making any sense. Inflation was caused by the banks issuing more money. It doesn't matter if they loan it or whatever. The money that's being loaned.
We're right back here in the left corner.
Yeah. Arthur here. Want to thank everyone for being here and definitely encourage you to come back to the table and sample the Life Wave Pat.
With Alzheimer's, obesity, they're expecting in 2050, 95% of people to be obese in 2050. And I started giving these talks in 2012, around that time, where I was predicting in 2030, they were saying that everything was going to triple, cancer was going to triple, which is now 1 and 1.7, by the way.
Serious questions like pay, pension, dental. Come on now. Just the basics. So you say you get exposure and enlightenment. Thank you very much. It's the same policy that Jimmy Buffett had. No shoes, no shirt, no problem. But
Jimmy Buffett mentioned.
Miners right now. Coolest part about that, which I'm learning, is as a miner, you get a portion of those coins that are actually created every day for 135 years. Because these coins, there's so many coins out that can be created. And then, but there's only so many miners. So right now it's really hot.
At the end of the download, which was lengthy,
I was asked do I have any other questions? And I said I wanted to find out what the cure for all diseases was. And so I had another huge download, and then I was there and I was back. They thing to incite this as far as thoughts or words or deeds or anything like that. And it just happened. All right.
Oh my.
Okay, and this is my last one.
Damn.
This is
This chick was talking for like an hour. Okay. It's interesting how much pee James Rink is sourcing from the super soldier community. Like you would kind of guess that the secret space program, super soldier stuff would be mostly a boys club, but you would be very wrong.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay. So, did any of you watch the podcast I did with James Rink maybe a month ago? Did anybody here get to see that? Awesome. All right. So I'm just going to tell you all a little bit about who I am and what it is that I do. So first off, I just wanted to thank you all for coming and being here today. This is about you. And you're taking
James Rink is the Harvey Weinstein of the super soldier. Yeah, literally.
Today is going to be really informative and give you a lot of awareness about how things work for you and the 95% of you that's controlling pretty much everything about you, your thoughts, feelings, actions, and responses. So many people they stay stuck. Not because they don't want to change, but because they don't even know where the real block is coming from, nor how to go about changing it if they do. So that's why today is so important for you, because we're not just talking about motivation or strategy.
Okay, this chick keeps talking for the next hour and a half.
Like all of that is showing up. And the reason that I know the results is because I give people what I call accelerators. So after each session, like for example, I tell them, take your phone.
Perception-wise, from level.
I'm the beat you need. Come with me. Yeah, follow my lead. Follow my lead. Step into the fire. No more doubt.
Okay, it would appear that this is basic. Oh no, there's another speaker. There's basically an hour on that cutout there. Damn, we're getting the panoramic view of the Super Soldier Con.
Were coming in. Several different types, but not all parasites were worms or little monsters with teeth. Some parasites are lower frequency beings. And since we were the main galaxy in existence, we had the highest frequency. We were the hardest to conquer. And it took about 1 trillion years. So Saturn's an interesting planet. It's not like what you guys think, and it has nothing to do with the secret societies, but they use the power from Saturn. And this power needs to go to the people it belongs to. So
does she seem a little bit like drunk to anyone else?
the photos, this is probably a planet you experienced in one of your past lives. Your memories are in here waiting to be unlocked.
Good healthy stock, strong frame, yeah.
For you to send
Yeah.
in your mind, in your consciousness.
Let's check out part
Sigils
2.
of remembrance. That's why when you guys look at certain spiders and you're arachnophobic, those are like the descendants that we see, the small ones here. But the big ones, they look just exactly the same. But they're big. Could you imagine fighting something that's like 10 times bigger than you? It sucks. You learn through trauma. So I learned through trauma. My daughter and my oldest are also of the MK Delta programming, unfortunately. And I was mad, and I did reach out to the space program, and I threatened to kill everybody And they were like, you can't stop it. We can't stop it. Because they're part of the transition and they have to survive whatever position they're going to be in. So just like we had to, when they unlock you guys, it's going to be amazing. Some of you are probably something that you had no idea.
Yeah.
This is what I think I like this cover the best. I'm telling you, Doug, this is your book. But these guys is where
She had to threaten to kill people. They abducted her kids into the MK Delta program.
came from Venus.
And she's already been through that. She knows the trauma of fighting giant spiders.
Picture of kind of their robes that would trigger. Oh, maybe not. No, I did. Maybe I didn't. It's in another book. Anyways, so everybody has another program. My programming was difficult. It is one of the hardest because we have to fight some of the biggest things. So you have to be able to survive. And if you can't survive, then you're considered useless.
Hello.
Hi.
Talking about accidents in jump rooms. Now, I remember when I was in 6th grade living in Saginaw, Michigan. I'm 78 years old now. So
Yeah, they all do have adjacent rank and achievements.
Well, technically, none of you are over the age of 16.
Oh, yeah. Okay. But anyhow, they had a movie out.
Yeah, because they're all, one person's a navigator, one person's a space infantry, sex assassins, all kinds of stuff.
Fly. And he would go into a frenzy.
Well, bugs are a real thing.
And so what I'm saying is that was, we used to know Clark Kent went into the telephone booth and changed to Superman a lot of times. So the Fly was another version of it.
Right.
And then you all talk about jump rooms. Now, if a jump room had an insecticide while the person was making a transition, has it ever had accidents that you know of, like two bodies merged?
So there are no accidents. There's opportunities. That's really what it is. And we said it earlier, if you can't see the sign, I'm going to help you see it, right? So if I was in the secret societies and I was all your guys' handler, I'm going to give you a nudge. And if you didn't see it the first time, I'm probably going to try to face plant you and be like, did you get it? There are opportunities. There are no accidents. They're set up. So if you can't turn into a fly, you have to have
This
the
is
DNA.
the Hillary Clinton.
Those
She's kind of.
can bring out
I'm hooked.
that DNA.
She's
It can
enchanting.
enhance it. It can heal it and it can transform you, so that they can use that specific DNA.
Look how we're looking at the
Does that make sense?
back of the head of the questionnaire here, I think.
So like on the movie The Avengers, or not The Avengers, I'm sorry. The Guardians of the Galaxy. Remember the Mantis? She looked like a Noid, right? She had human features.
Well, maybe
Annoyed.
Said if they claim that our DNA consists of 22 alien races, so some of those races could be insectoid. Others are human. So if you had the technology and the know-how, you could pick that species.
You're born with 100 strands of DNA. When they show you the pictures, there's more than 12 strands. There's more than 22 strands. There's a whole rope. They cut all but the strands that allow you to live here. The first dimensional being, does anybody know what the first strand of being was in our form?
So we literally just got hard proof that this guy, the Noid, is one of our great ancestors.
Could you imagine being a woman and your boobs are red?
I think we all knew that already on some level, but it's nice to get some hard evidence for that.
I think that they were a unisex because it was one strand. That I have no idea why they even created that, because, I mean, everybody else kind of had the same form 80 billion years ago. But here comes the one strand being and their face is on their chest. Your kidneys, back here. here,
Let's go.
or actually on the outside, your pineal gland was an antenna that stuck out of the top of the head. That's a one-cell being.
We're getting 80
two-cell
billion years of pure, uncut truth here.
Not too much different, but no, we're not related to monkeys, but we're all cousins, right? Not your pineal gland. Your pineal gland was an antenna that stuck out of the top of the head. That's a one. I know you guys have seen pictures of them. They're called the one-cell beings. They're the ones that didn't have the head. The head was down here. Could you imagine being a woman and your boobs are right over your eyes, right? Actually, I don't think that they had females back then. I think that they were a unisex because it was one strand. I have no idea why they even created that because, I mean, everybody else kind of had the same form 80 billion years ago. But here comes the one strand being and their face is on their chest. Your kidneys, back here.
Oh, I'm blocking it. Sorry, guys. I'm hiding the good ish for myself here.
Or actually on the outside, your pineal gland was an antenna that stuck out of the top of the head.
Just like the Noid.
That's a one-cell being. The two-cell being was a little different.
Familiar?
Maybe that's where the Neanderthalic look kind of came in. Not
Little-
too much
oh.
different, but no, we're not related to monkeys, but we're all cousins, right? Not kissing ones, hopefully. But we share DNA with dogs.
Kissing cousins mentioned.
Now, somebody had asked earlier about the
Level
recess.
10,000 yet.
Know what
Yeah,
happened
she's the
with
real
the lions or
Valkyrie.
the lichens?
Not to be rude, but she makes Penny Bradley look like trash.
So if you think about it, the reason
This is the kind of premium, gash that you go to Super Soldier Con for.
no mass graves. So where'd those beings go? There's a TV show on Netflix called what is it? The Discovery of Witches, and it's very telling if you have the eyes to see it. So
It's awesome how these people do all their research via watching shit on Netflix also.
So the vampire, it's about vampires, witches, excuse me, the demons and humans. And it was the last Ark of the Covenant structure. There was only 3 that actually ran the Ark of the Covenant, and that was post-Atlantis. Now, the biggest mistake that could have happened was that the witch gave the demons the Ark of the Covenant, and that's what we're living in today. Demons are not what you think they are. They're humans without magic. They're elves with no powers. They're vampires with no bite. They were born with karmic debt. So they learned through war that they could take all of our magic away. So if you watch the movies and you see that the elders are like, all the magic is disappearing, it's because we fought somebody else's war without an actual cause. We just got involved. We don't know why we were killing each other. We just killed each other and we used our powers to do it. So when you kill innocent people, that's one of the
Yeah, the witch have the demon.
So if you do it, you lose your powers.
I wish I had a big pilled out Noid wife to prattle at me like this all night.
Karmic debt. So we're all demons. So that's why we call oh, he's got so many demons on him. Shadow demons are different. Those guys are the ones who can possess you, but not without permission. So there's different realms of different.
Yeah, for 1 week. Yeah.
Because we don't have our powers, we don't have our abilities. We're all bound. And that movie kind of tells you how she was bound by her parents out of love. Now, how many times did your parents say, "I did it because I love you"? I mean, I had that, and I grew up as a white witch, and I was being groomed to go into the dark magic, and I rejected it.
Which one is her?
So, because I didn't believe in killing things unnecessarily. So
I think this is Mary Beaver.
Because they have to keep you to where they can bind you by karmic, cosmic law.
What do we think? I'm pretty sure this is Mary Beaver.
Magic is in you. You just have to unbind it. So how do you unbind it? That's, huh?
Is that the reason why people participate in programs and
Facebook profile here if you got a Facebook.
Yeah, so his question was, is that why they bring you back or they take you in the SSP and then bring you back, right? Yes, it is. They can unlock you. They have the codes and they have your keys. They know who you are. They know genetically where you were bred from if you've died, for real. If you haven't died, they're going to place you in somebody and you're going to go through the cycle of life. If you're an immortal, you can never die, but you can go through what's called a brain death. So they'll just wipe your brain out, age regress you back to a fetus, and put you in what's called a natural cycle of life. That's why some of them supposedly die, and they tell you bring the fetus in so we can see why the baby died. But it didn't really die. They can resurrect it. The machines are there because you're immortal. Immortality is a permanent thing, but not everybody has immortal bodies. So usually the God DNA, the angel DNA, the vampire DNA, they do have immortal bodies. The unicorns, all those guys. Yes.
So I had a question, but he triggered a question now. So the idea of a walk-in, that wasn't my initial question. Same idea, a walk-in?
A walk-in?
A walk-in where, like, okay, so it's a term for somebody who lives so many years of their life getting the body ready, and then another soul that is completely aligned with the DNA comes in. It's a completely different person. If you're not familiar with it, it's okay. I didn't know. I thought I didn't know if it was related to that. But so a walk-in basically, it's one soul and another soul comes in. It's an agreement supposedly before birth. It usually happens when you're a toddler or usually before the age of 12.
Oh, I always refer to those as your handlers.
Okay. But then
they've manipulated
no, but
my sister.
the other person's completely gone. It's no longer.
If you were able to get rid of yours, great. But yeah, some people still have them.
Interesting. Okay. But my actual question was, I want you to comment on this. So we talk about, I was part of a program as well, and it's interesting. Some of the stuff you're talking about really triggered me. So thank you for that.
You're
really,
welcome.
really brought some more stuff to light, and that's how it goes. But I feel being
I'm definitely going to have to send an email to Mary Beaver.
Each one of us, we have certain skills, right? And they really manipulate and modify and upgrade our skills. And then they send us back, and then many people are so broken that they are not associated with other humans, right? And then we have to find each other. So very much, I see it this way, and I want to ask how you feel to propose to make this better. So like in a Marvel movie, everybody has different skills, right? And they have to come together to defeat something greater. I'm fortunate enough that some of my tribe mates came together, and we all.
Yeah, I think Mary is my favorite
very, very different, and that's our
super
strength.
soldier from the evening, I would say.
How do you find your tribe mates? I'm like, well, I don't know, but you're not in my inner circle, right? And it's so each have our inner circle, and it's balanced, male-female energy, not necessarily what we're made of, but male-female energy, different skill sets. So for those seeking their tribe, how do you find your tribe to be stronger so you're not alone? Like you were a lone warrior for a while, right? Or maybe you still are. How do you find that tribe?
Yeah, you guys are all my tribe mates.
I think it's just through frequency. Like you feel people, because we're going to run into people that actually don't mesh with us, but they want to force their way in. We've come through across a few of those. Some are infiltrators, but we have dealings with them. As my spiritual healer says, it's unfinished business from past lives. 5 lives ago, I may have fought with somebody, and because they cursed the soul carries the curse to each life, and you may have to deal with it in this life or in another life. So sometimes we can figure it out and become best friends, because again, the war that happened back then isn't the war that's happening today, and they might be affected because wars are created as chaos. So you're going to feel the people that you've had these interactions with, and it doesn't always mean the bad people in your past are going to be bad today, because everybody's affected. But a lot of people come from aggressive backgrounds. Just depends on your planet. Like,
what is this picture behind her, do we think?
Like the Dracos even get to ascend. They're not all going to die because they don't belong here. We're a part of their food. So when you finally get your book of the the guide to the galaxy, you're going to know which planets are not human friendly, right? The last thing you want to do is end up on a planet where they eat humans. I don't care what kind of treaty you have. It's
So
just like
true.
the boy Harry Potter wandered in to talk to the spider, right? And he's like, well, I can't deny my children a meal. You just got to learn who to be around, who not to be around. And anybody that is aggressive usually is tied to the draconian bloodlines. So it's just their nature. You can't change a crocodile from being a crocodile. But you got to learn to adapt and live with them. Boundaries, right? So, hey, we can all live in the same pond, but you stay on your side, I'll stay on my side, and you won't end up boots.
Draconian Chads keep winning.
So this all feels like lower frequency type of a astral plane. Is that how you would describe it?
Where we're at right now?
No, all the stuff you've been talking about, like
To me?
Yeah, like it seems like that's more of a lower astral plane like situation.
No, because I can move within the different realms. Does that make sense? Eventually, all of you will, but you can't not help somebody, because if you see somebody and you feel
My astral plane is higher than your. Yeah, well, I mean, we're clearly dealing with a high level operator here.
To that person, they're on a lower frequency.
It's in my nature, said the scorpion to the frog.
Hey, I'm from the Super Soldier program, and I think you and I have fought together. Right? Because they're going to be like, 911, this lady's
I'm conceptualizing the idea that this Wiccan super soldier is one of the witches that the fascists didn't kill. Yeah. Well, fascists, draconians, kind of same difference.
In other words, do you work on the astral plane at all?
24/7 on different levels. So I know my higher self.
Mary's not going to make friends energy mogging the rest of the super veterans. Yeah. Well, I mean, surely they recognize her higher rank.
All of that, you'll know them too. Because the one person that's not going to mess with you is your higher self. So, and I've talked about it in my other ones, you're going to want to get a book and you want to connect to your North Star. So your North Star is your mediator between you and your higher self. Once you initiate with that, your higher self is going to
I like how the super soldier activation logo just like slightly clips the corner of the frame there. It's a nice touch.
So it's called 72 Keys of Manifestation, and key 0.
White men, draconians, fascists, same difference.
This lady is part of the secret knowledge. It's more of the high school teachings for kids.
What flavor of men do we think Mary Beaver likes?
How to meditate to your higher self.
That is a good question.
She's really good at it. It's the simplest steps, and I used her. I recommend her.
Rican.
I don't resonate with everything in her book, and you're not going to.
I feel like she's probably got like a Noel Benoist style husband.
We all come from different walks of life, not just here, but galactically.
Actually, well, I remember.
So you're trying to find yourself, and that's how you walk in peace amongst.
I need to take a screenshot of Noel Benoist pictures. Here.
They're not. I hate to say this because it's disgusting. They're not really bad people, for the most part. But again, you can't put reptilians on a planet with humans. That's their food, and not expect some kind of weird treaty to be struck. Because the reptilians almost wiped us out, and something had to be done. The vampires almost wiped us out. They make movies about it. Something had to be done. So how do you make a treaty with people that eat other beings? Honestly, we eat their people. I mean, how many people hear about alligator? Right. So do you think that's not an insult to them? You never understand if you don't walk the different dimensional lines of other people. So it's really trying to understand the different perspectives so you can coexist, and then there's no control. If you control somebody,
one
you're not
race.
gonna ascend very fast. You can only control yourself.
Cosmic race.
Lead by example. You're the first one that has to ascend, and then people will be like, how did you do it? Something's different. What are you doing? And then you're like, well, you should read this book. Because you don't want to sound weird, right? I do. I'm team weird all day long, right? But that's just me. I've always been this way. But I always felt like I had a purpose. And then when 9/11 happened, I was alone my whole life. Didn't have any friends. I had opportunists, people that came into my life who pretended to be my friends, put me in some really bad situations. But that's why I said there's no accidents. There's opportunities for you to learn to survive and to learn where you got to go. Because if you're not going to see the sign, somebody's got to smack the door
It's
in your
been
face.
big boned.
Figuratively speaking, hopefully.
I wonder.
Does that answer your question? I don't know where you went. Sorry. Were you going to ask a question,
They
Chili?
have really unflattering light, I gotta say.
I like the weirding. Weird actually in etymology means supernatural.
Right.
Like in Dune, the weirding way. I've noticed that a lot of people that are in these programs.
I taught my Zoomer coworker the term slam pig, and he has taken it to official
abilities.
I don't know why Mary Beaver made you think of that, but it's
I have
interesting.
maybe a different concept of time, of it being not linear, and kind of like a rotation, a spin, and you can spin faster and slower. Have you remote viewed like way in the future?
I don't know. I didn't get those ones printed on time, so I couldn't bring the other ones. But I think it's for, everything's in, divine timing. I was only supposed to bring these ones. It might have been a little overwhelming to bring the other ones. Okay, but thank you guys.
Thank you, Mary. We love you. This has been so great.
Window, and I would do it through there. And
Shout out Mary Beaver.
youth, and they were Nazis, but I am not anti-Semite. That's not gonna. You guys got him up here. Yes.
2 years later, or actually a year and a half later, in '69, I was in La Crescenta, California. La Crescenta is the home of NASA and JPL. Now, you know what NASA means, right? Never a straight answer, right? Not a space agency. JPL, on the other hand, had engineers that made the rockets and things happen. They're the ones that were infiltrated by Operation Paperclip. And NASA is designed to just cover things up so that you don't know what's really going on. And JPL's job was to make things go. Okay. Old technology, I agree. But still, it's something that was exposed to us because we aren't ready for the real spaceships that we've had since the 1940s. I say we, excluding everybody.
Yeah, I don't know how Terry Davis would interact with the super soldier community.
Everybody's not ready for what's really going on.
I kind of would tend to agree. They probably would not
I do tours,
mesh.
and I use $4,000 classified military night vision goggles that I build and sell and warranty, by the way. And when people see what's really going on up there, it blows their freaking minds. Because in an hour and 15 minutes, we're now seeing about 200 spacecraft every moonless night. 200 spacecraft, a dozen satellites, and a dozen airplanes. In case you think I don't know what a spacecraft is versus a satellite. I was a satellite and missile systems engineer for the Department of Defense for 10 years, by the way. I really do know what missiles and satellites are. I worked on them. I also worked on the predecessor technologies to the Mercury drives and gravitic drives that are being used in today's spacecraft. I also
Riddick drives. Let's go.
Think tanks for the same company as a 22-year-old, 22 to 24-year-old with no degree, with a bunch of 60-year-olds who are PhDs in military strategy. And I was invited because I was the Wunderkind. Back in '69, when I was in 5th grade, I was in the 99th percentile of every test that I ever took. And I went through the 5th grade and 6th grade curriculums in 5th grade.
He should have put on his sunglasses there.
UCLA was there to recruit me. UCLA was there to recruit a little 11-year-old.
This is like a rap battle. Every speaker just dumps self-lore.
Yeah. If you're the parent of that child,
Yeah.
be concerned.
That is often a recurring theme, that like you get some dumpy old weirdo who talks about how like secretly they're a super soldier, like literally.
Us out of California and moved to Arizona.
Terry Davis created the third temple of God. What have these people done?
But it was interesting that I was probably weeks, if not months away from being stuck in Mars colony breeding program as a 12-year-old. And if you speak with Laura Eisenhower, you'll find very similar stories. And when she and I sit down and
He has to frickin' move around like Carlin, this guy.
to protect Joan's privacy. Does this make sense? But I'm here to be able to say, yes, I'll answer that, or no, I won't. So your question can resolve to me, but I want to hear your questions about anything, and was born in a human body in 2014. When my wife and I saw the half moon in the sky in the center of a perfect pentagon, which is the center of a star, in the center of a perfect cross that involved Orion, Jupiter, the moon, everybody, boom, like that. It was perfect geometry. Who created mathematics? God. What's God's language? Mathematics. So when you see something revealed in the heavens as it has been recorded in books, you should probably pay freaking attention. And so I don't expect you to believe a word I say, because the word believe has the word lie cleverly hid right in the middle. I don't expect you to believe anything I say, but I would hope, because I do not lie, that you would look things up and find out for yourself. Find the picture in April. I'm going to say it was around the 11th or 12th or 14th, right in there, of 2014. Look for the message in the sky. Now, what happens 13 years later after the birth of the Christ? He appears before the experts and starts shutting them down, just like last time. Just like he did with the Sanhedrin. At 13 is when we will see, and you can...
So sorry, is he saying that Jesus is coming back in 2027? Am I getting that correct?
Record this, mark this.
But yeah, he's not a liar, which is good to know.
I was wrong if I was wrong, and I won't be.
All of these people would be lol cows if they were funny in any ways whatsoever. Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Well, I mean, this is James Rink's
There's going to be
emporium of impressive specimens. James Rink's Specimen Emporium.
But it is the re-emergence of the Christ power, the Christ energy.
James Rink's dinner for schmucks.
Now, last time there was no letter J.
Yeah.
Okay, until the year 1210. So there was no letter J when...
But that's exciting. 2027, the Christ will return. Because this guy who doesn't lie said so.
Unless it's ISIS, which is ISIS. You know, I'm not sure, but there was no letter J, and that is how the dark side manipulates you. And it gets you thinking and talking.
The awesome thing, too, is this guy is speaking almost 8 hours into the day.
Emmanuel existed.
Can you imagine sitting in a folding chair for 8 hours listening to this?
James, Jehovah, Jesus, Jeremiah. There was no J. Jacob, Yahob. You heard me say that earlier. I do know a little bit of Hebrew. That was a name that was changed to Israel. Israel is not a country. Israel is not a...
This guy's the scene Sam Kinison.
Of surprising maneuvers like Oumuamua did. By the way, Oumuamua was amphibian, and fish. From what I can see, it's like they're a combination of amphibian and fish. And we messed up their ship, punched a hole in it, and it's spewing out strange isotopes of carbon dioxide, which was its fuel. Got a glimmer of what they look like.
Where did they come from?
Outside the solar system, beyond the solar plow, beyond the solar edge. It looks like it's from the from around the Cassiopeia star group is what I'm coming here. Is what I'm seeing now.
Let's go.
9/11 is that, just like a lot of October 7 is that. Yeah. Go ahead with your question.
Yes, hey, Michael. Thank you for taking the question.
Sorry to wait. Question.
Fascinating.
Next question. Next question. I'm happy to compare evidence at any time, you guys. TikTok banned me? I know how to get it done, don't I? Don't I? Thanks, you guys. I appreciate your appreciation, even if you disagree with me. I appreciate it that you're sitting here listening and keeping your mind open, because it's only when you see the evidence that you know. It's or when the mathematics is so overwhelming that there's no other choice. And a lot of 9/11 is that. Just like a lot of October 7 is that, yeah. Go ahead with your question.
Yes, hey, Michael. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
taking the question.
Sorry to wait.
So it's a multi-pronged question, and basically, if you could share with your knowledge of what you know on the subject, it's really circling
I
around.
think he got banned from TikTok, yeah.
We know pretty, I think, strongly that there is a cabal that answers to an alien group I would refer to as the Elohim for Hebrew, but you could use Anunnaki. We know that they're in Antarctica, Kazakhstan, Israel, and this Elohim worshiping cult that has a very bad case of Stockholm syndrome. When will we see, in your opinion, the disclosure that for the last, let's just say 6,000, 7,000 years, even though we know it's probably up to Atlantis, 12,000 years, that they've been running the show? And when will we, acknowledge that so that we can start to heal as a humanity?
That's a really awesome question. I love the way you worded it, and I love the way your heart works. Never met you before, right? Okay. I'm not paid to say that, right? Okay. So the question is, when are we going to get the truth about who really runs the planet? I think, if I can paraphrase your question and shorten it, that would probably be what it is. And we know that it is the Revelation 2:9, Revelation 3:9 fake Jews who are running things around the planet, because the real Jews, the downline of Yahweh, are basically the Palestinians. So the banks and everything of power have been controlled by the same certain group of people that I call the familiar few, so that I don't get banned on.
Yeah, no kidding. Black Israelite confirmed.
That familiar few has been creating middlemen and robbing wealth out of 1,000 cultures in its time and been kicked out of every one of them. Now, my good friend, Charlie Kirk, was just talking over the last 3 months about this very thing. And this is the only reason I'm bringing it up, is because it relates to your question, okay? So Charlie was all on board with taking money from the same people that have been running the planet into the ground for the last X thousand years. We'll just call it X thousand, and we won't argue about it, right? So Charlie started saying, you know what, you guys with the money doing this, you're the ones responsible for the open borders. You're the ones responsible for pornizing our country. You're the ones that's responsible for abortions. You're the ones that's responsible for everything that's keeping us away from God. And Charlie was right. But here's what was easy to see for me, and there's people on the other side smarter than me. I saw President Kirk in 2032. President Charlie Kirk in 2032, and he had 2 generations in Gen Z and whatever they're calling themselves, the next Gen A or whatever they're calling themselves after that. He had them moving away from Israeli dogma. He had them moving away from they can do no wrong. He had them moving away from shouldn't we concentrate on America? And what the hell are our Congress critters doing with Israeli passports? Okay, so he had that kind of thing going on. And Mossad took a 5-man team and took him out. That's what happened. And so to answer your question, when is that going to change? As soon as we get that try shit like this ever again, we got to put them down. We got to make sure that that's not acceptable. Free speech is free speech. And I can get shut down again and say cracker, kike, nigger, Jew, whatever. Those are just words.
He literally did say it.
There's no reason to kill somebody over them. Over it.
He said it. He said it.
And words will never hurt me, is what we used to say as kids, to stop bullies who were trying to get us riled up by using words. Have we grown down? It certainly doesn't seem like we've grown up. Correct me if I'm wrong. We've grown down. Prove me wrong. That's a Charlie. I did that for Charlie. And by the way, God bless Charlie. Now, my son runs the entire V1. He is the V1 for every turning point, everything. 120 foot of video wall that's exciting and going off and all that kind of stuff. My son's the one that runs it. I've got VIP passes to everything that they've almost ever done in Arizona because I'm there in the front row. So I know the people. I have a picture on my phone from underneath the stage at the Charlie Kirk Memorial where my son has his water bottle and his sunglasses and the entire V1 operating section. Okay, that's all
this guy
video
did
control.
just dry up all the super soldier gas.
Nobody in this room has that inside track.
Yeah, let's get a name for this
When I
guy.
say stuff like this, I'm saying
Hopefully
it
he's
from
still
a
wearing that
position
hat.
of knowledge, but I might be wrong. A
Think
93 is an A. I got straight A's, but I got 93
I
sometimes.
think this is Michael Osadona.
So to answer your question, we have to no longer put up with our political differences.
Yes, this is Michael
attempting to be
Osadona.
solved through assassination, which boils again down to we got to stop killing each other. And at that point, then the truth can come out. Homeschooling, not using Houghton Mifflin textbooks, which are all created by one particular group, the familiar.
No, he's wearing a.
We got to stop using those. Start bringing truth out.
It appears to be the same hat, but in khaki in the photo there.
Okay, and that's
Maybe the lighting is making it look more green here.
Disclosure of the Elohim, is that really going to change things? That story is kind of already out, and it's out fairly wide. So I'm not sure that more disclosure of that is necessarily going to affect what we want to affect.
Yeah, I think they might be using green overhead lighting, actually.
Clarification
Yeah.
on some things, but I don't think it's really going to be. We have to realize we're slaves, and that we're trapped, and that we're controlled by the familiar few who are being directed by certain ETs. And the war we just finished, World War IV, that we just finished in December of 2024, went from 2008 to 2024, and it was the cabal against the Alliance.
Oh.
The Alliance has people in every
I'm glad the
country.
war's over.
Has people in every country. ETs are helping the Alliance. ETs are helping the cabal. Some of those ETs are the same species, people. Why? Because there's no such thing as a benevolent species, and there's no such thing as a malevolent species. Did you hear that before? Have you heard that before? I swear you've heard that before. What's your question? Are you having fun? I love this. Come on. All right.
Yeah, I think it is the cabal from Destiny.
So, my question, I thought of another test question for you. How tall is the Washington Monument?
Tall enough to do what it needs to do. 555 feet.
That is correct. Yeah, and 5 inches, or 5 and 1/8 inches.
I don't know. I just pulled that out of my posterior because I have the stream of all knowledge in my pocket. I didn't know that. Thank you for asking that question. Do you have another question, or
I do.
Is that the pinnacle of my? My granddaughter does that.
Can you describe how to build a machine that creates more energy than it consumes?
Yeah, sure. I've got one on my desk at home. I built it. I originally designed it about 10 years ago, and I kind of perfected it. I didn't want to break the laws too much because I don't want to die, but I did want to make a perpetual electric generator. And so I did something, and I have pictures in my phone and videos on my phone. I mean, I'm ready to prove this at any time. I created a rotor stator magnetic combo where the stator has shaker flashlight parts. You know the shaker flashlights, it's got a magnet that goes back and forth through a coil. There's no battery. And after you shake it a few times, you can turn it on and you've got power. Because the power that's generated by the magnet in the coil is stored in a supercapacitor. Okay? So
yeah, this guy in the crowd is trying to get him to reveal too many secrets. He's going to get Michael frickin' arrested here.
And then I built a rotor and put the magnets in the rotor. And then the magnets in the rotor push the magnet in the stator away. And then when that magnet goes by, there's a teeny magnet on the outside of the stator that pushes that magnet back in. So it's constantly going like this, generating electricity. I've got 8 of those on each stator and 4 stators, and I'm producing 80 volts constantly with 1 rotation a second. So there's no bearing heat or wear. And the sucker produces 80 volts, which I store in supercapacitor banks to use in whatever my demonstration is. I got to add 2 more rotor stator combinations and I'll be producing 120. Then I can throw an inverter on it and create AC on it. Now I may only be able to get 5 or 6 amps off of it, but that's pretty darn cool considering it's not plugged in, don't you think? All right? Yeah. Okay. Are you yielding the microphone?
Yeah, anytime. Anybody wants to come on.
All right. Thank you for asking your questions. And you're fun. I like you.
He's owned that stupid asshole.
A little bit here, something
Change the mode.
happier with more optimism.
All right.
I understand the governments on the planet are going to transition into the time of the good kings are returning. We are going to be divided, the planet, in kingdoms. Can you talk over how that transition will occur for the benefit of the
it's a very
myself
interesting thing.
and the
I
group?
write songs 10 years before things happen. And I've got a song that says...
he did get disconnected there. He got tricked into revealing his magnet secrets.
Bifurcated reality, differential harmony. Hear it roar at a planet's pace. Peace on earth going to be right in your face. Okay? The bifurcated reality is between those of us that know and those that don't know and won't know because they're blind, they're ignorant.
Chrome Boys podcast listeners,
never gonna know.
Chrome Boys podcast haters.
That's 15 to 20% of the population of this country. I'm just going to talk about this country. We can go global later. It's a whole other set of numbers. But
who do you guys think would be a better guest, Michael Osadona or Mary Beaver?
Into those that get it, those that understand God-given rights versus state-given privileges. I got rid of the Social Security number in 1999 That's it. I'm not part of your system. I'm out of here. Okay?
Yeah, let's go.
I am
He's
an
a free
American,
man on the land.
but I'm not
Let's
a United
go.
States anything. Especially when it's all capital letters.
I'm
5
hearing
USC
I'm
500
hearing Mary Beaver. Everybody wants to hear Mary Beaver.
That one is anybody eligible for
You'd be a better guest at my
federally funded
place.
retirement program is federal
Yeah.
personnel.
Yeah, man.
Just like if you join the military.
She's got her email up on the
So if you have a
Super
number,
Soldier
that
Con
means you're
website.
eligible for a deferred
You should
payment,
slide into
and
those
Social
DMs.
Security was defined as a federally funded retirement program in 1983 with Sizlowski versus HEW. It was determined that Social Security is both a disability program and a retirement program funded by the government. Therefore, if you have a number, you're their property, and I won't do that. So I sent the card and number back to the Department of Treasury, along with a letter to Ashcroft, along with
everybody loves
a letter
Mary.
to everybody else that I had to do.
Mary
a sworn
Beaver.
affidavit. This is, I'm not a drug dealer, and I'm not a gun runner, and I'm not, all these things that you're supposed to have a, Social Security number for. And
Can
now
you imagine Mary Beaver right there on the Sonic Wednesday couch?
26 years in America. Just got a brand new passport with my brand new name, Michael Osadona. And I don't have to deal with them at all because I don't do anything that incurs federal taxation. Okay? Title 26, Subtitle C is about making money using federal privilege. If you don't use federal privilege,
Imagine the smell.
obligation for the tax. What? What is this guy saying? I don't owe a tax? Yeah, that's right. You don't. Probably. I mean, unless you do something that would be illegal, except for the fact that you have a federal license. Airport ATP pilot. Okay. They have to have a federal license. I have a federal license to fly an airplane, but I don't do it for money. So I don't owe them crap if I fly an airplane on my own. I'm not using it to make money. Okay? I have no driver's license. I'm not a driver. Driver's an occupation. I don't have need to file a 1040. I have no way to file a 1040. Yeah, no, and I'm just telling you. I get excited because I love this, okay? Because I love educating people. So what this is about is if you don't incur a tax, are you required to file? If you don't incur a tax, are you required? If you make less than $22,000 a year, are you required to file? Whatever it is, I don't think it's that low. 12,000 to 20,000, somewhere in there. Yeah. If you don't make that, if you make $5,000 a year using federal privilege, you still don't owe the tax because you haven't met all the obligation requirements.
All right, based making under $5,000 a year.
Now, a medical license is a state-issued license, not a federal-issued license. And so you're dealing with state-issued things. And I'm a doctor, but I don't have a license. I heal myself from stage 4 cancer in 7 months. You think I'm not a doctor? You think I don't understand biological humanity? I heal people
I'm a
with
doctor.
telephone that I've never met, don't know, 3,000 miles away. Heal them on the phone. Well, actually, they're healing themselves, but I'm coordinating the healing. And it's not because I'm not a doctor. I am. I get it. I know how it works. But I don't have their license, and therefore I don't owe them anything. License. If you have a license to do what would otherwise be illegal, then you owe them a piece of the action. That's what income tax is about. It's a tax on federal excise taxable activities and nothing more.
See, this is why the
USC 405
going to the Super Soldier Con pays for itself. You know, you pay $350 to hear about Super Soldier stuff. Bam! Suddenly you realize you don't have to pay taxes anymore.
Little I through little v are the 5 categories of people that must have a Social Security number. If you want federal benefits or privileges, you're getting federal benefits or privileges without having a number, then you have to have a number. If you are going into the public school system for the first time, you have to have a number. So homeschool, and you avoid that.
Yeah, I'm
because
guessing
there's
that is
two
the same hat.
things
True.
of people who are qualified to have the number, and I'm not one of them. And
Sorry,
guess what?
don't you like have the number still, even if you like throw the card away?
Scanning everybody in the room.
Like, wouldn't your
Two of you
social security number be like banked somewhere, and you still have that number?
Licensed federal income. Okay, so you will owe income tax. The rest of us don't. We don't owe it. You can give it if you feel like, you know, giving money to ends up
Like, I could throw my social insurance number card away, but like,
then please go ahead.
that's still my number, you know?
It's not for me. And I'm not going to tell you how you'd run your life. You run your life the way you want. I'm just answering questions. Okay? Next person. The eminence in the Western Kingdom.
You say your song.
Well, the bifurcation of reality. There's going to be two separate groups of people, those that get it, those that don't, and we will coexist. Okay? Yeah.
Yeah. You know, working in Hollywood, and you're a musician, so you know the fake Jews are, you know, controlling everything. So how do we deal with them? Because they
I like how they avoid getting dinged for anti-Semitism by just calling Jews fake Jews. They've really learned a lot from their black Hebrew Israelite
Have you ever
brothers.
heard of Steve Miller?
No,
I don't hate Jews. I hate fake Jews.
You never heard of Fly like an eagle
Yeah, so
to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my sneakers carry me. No, stop it. Anyways, so that Steve Miller showed exactly how to handle that problem. And he handles that problem the same way that I handled the problem when I released my two albums, which are right now number 1, number 2, and number 6 in the world in country rock, rock, and blues.
Damn. Number 1, 2, and 6 in the world.
Worldwide charts, 10 million listeners. Terra Anomaly is my band. We're number 6 right now in rock on the planet. Number 1 locally in Arizona. Number 4, I think, in the United States. Number 6 in the world.
We got some Terra Anomaly heads in the chat here.
Country rock with Enough Is Enough. Hell of a song. And then we got the third category is so we got blues, rock, country rock. Country rock, we're number 2. And that's with Enough Is Enough. I strongly recommend, if you're into the Constitution and classic rock sound, you go check out Terra Anomaly. This book that I sell right here is got both albums and my ebook, my PDF book, my audio book. Mississippi Queen has
Terra Anomaly. All right, I got to tap out here pretty soon here tonight, guys, to upload the new episode, but let's check out Terra Anomaly, the number 1, 2, and 6 band on Earth with 228 subscribers on YouTube. Constitutional rock. Finally, somebody doing constitutional rock.
Hello, fans of Terra Anomaly or Terra Anomalites. We would like to give you a special thanks for making us number 1 in the country rock charts and number 1 in the heavy rock charts on the planet.
He's wearing this same hat and shirt.
Through number 1 music. We're going to offer you this great discount of
Cue lyrics video. Let's go.
One or more actors had donned the handle cue. They post great inside scoop that I love to review.
I can see why these guys are number 1 on Earth.
My joy from news is through delivery from inside. White House pictures they reveal 40K indictments to unseal. Criminality repeal.
Do they have like an actual music video? That would be awesome. A lot of lyric videos.
I saw you hiding as I turned around, though it was just a blur. You very rarely make a smaller sound, but I know where.
Well, that's Terranomaly. Biggest band on Earth. The other channel with this name is a fake run by a poser who criminally attempted to steal control of my intellectual property. If you meet that a-hole, never trust him. Okay, so this is real Terranomaly. We got to check out fake Terranomaly real quick here. That's awesome. Oh, that's awesome that there's a fake Terranomaly out there. Let's go. Anyway, lads, what's that flag video over there? Here, I can check this quickly. Okay, this is fake Terranomaly. Do not follow. Do not redeem. Only real Terranomaly. Sorry, what flag one? This one, fake news? Yeah, one Terranomaly tells only truths, the other only lies. Yeah. Sorry, which flag one? Am I missing the flag one? It's the new American anthem. What's their hit single? Well, I mean, they are the most popular band on Earth, or the number 1, 2, and 6 band on Earth. So their big hit is Q. Then Wake Up is pretty big. Enough is Enough was another major hit. Fake News did pretty good. Shadow Band. There's a video when he had an American flag and a German flag. I think you might have remote viewed that one. I'm not seeing it here. That was a different channel. Oh, was that on fake Terranomaly? Okay, let's go back to liar, poser, fake Terranomaly quickly here. I like that he doesn't put the band name in the video title because you already know who it is. Yeah, exactly. Well, you don't have to. It's frickin' Terranomaly. Everybody knows Terranomaly. Yeah, I don't know where the Terranomaly fan video.
What up, homies? It's been a long time, but the time has come. Terranomaly is back. And I'm answering the call via this video on the For Real, yo, because it's been over 2 years home skillet since the release drop, man. So I'm going to say it. Hells yeah. This is going to be so dope.
Oh, this one.
I was just like, all right, check it out. This is my story. I was just kicking it, listening to some tunes. Then all of a sudden, Vampire Lady came on. I was like, dope ass rock jam.
What the fuck is this? But yeah, this looks to be like an George Lincoln Rockwell thing.
Photojournalist Eve Arnold documented a Nation of Islam event, in part led by Malcolm X, in Washington, D.C., promoting Black power and liberation. The series is beautiful, including not only photographs of Malcolm X, but also of the crowd.
Why does my YouTube logo say you were in California? Mine doesn't say that. Oh, that's Canada, brother. It's Canada.
There's this one. 3 white men stand out in the front row of a crowd of black people, but what makes them stand out isn't only the fact that they're white, but more importantly...
Yeah, no, this would appear to be something about... I think that's George Lincoln Rockwell, right? I don't know. Yeah, I think it's just a thing about him. Not as far as I know, not related to Terranomaly, which is kind of the topic at hand here.
Hey, Terra Anomaly, I'm a big fan of yours. The last song you released, Vampire Lady, I really loved it. Yeah, it really kicks ass. But now let me tell you about my girlfriend. She has long and beautiful black hair. Long and sexy legs. Damn, she's hot. I played the song when we went out. Then she suddenly flipped out and said that you guys were trying.
Yeah, these seem like they're cameos or fivers specifically designed to drive Michael O. Sedona insane. Probably, or I'm guessing, organized by the deep state. I would guess is the situation there, because they know he's gaining too much power and popularity. So they're getting various ethnics to do Terra Anomaly fan videos to somehow psychically assault him. I would guess that's what's going on there, via the fake poser account that managed to get the original but somehow before he did. It's very complicated. Wow, the parallel thinking in this chat is legendary. Yeah. They paid the one in cosplay extra. That guy, yeah. And then there appears to be a whole documentary here. I don't have time to watch all this, but let's just get a glance.
And some of you know me from Bent Brain Music. Some of you know me from the rock band Terra Anomaly. Some of you know me by the name Steel Eye. I answer to any of it. With Terra Anomaly, I'm a guitarist, I'm a songwriter, lyricist, do backup vocals, but not everything that I do in music.
Time that he'd like to be involved with doing some music stuff, which makes a lot of sense because Kevin's basically started out as a musician. He was a...
How do they have a Terra Anomaly doc with no Michael O. Sedona? He kind of is Terra Anomaly.
He played trombone and played professionally. And so he thought it'd be kind of thrilling to get back starting to do some music, and it turned
6 weeks. Michael had suggested that I come over to his house. We needed to learn to play together, which, is an art in and of itself. Playing by yourself is sometimes very different.
Right, yeah. Does add to his mystery, his mystique and enigma, that he's kind of the brains behind the scenes. And all of his disloyal bandmates are usurpers, usurping the Terra Anomaly power. Pretty typical, actually. Pretty typical. Sounds like the band kicked him out of his own band. Yeah, man. Well, it happens. All right, lads. I'm going to tap out. Gotta upload a new episode. If I have time, make a little short. So I'm going to have to tap out for the evening. I think we all learned a lot about secrets, space, programs. Good night, baby Hugh. Sleep well, bud. Take care, fellas. Yes, take care, everyone. New episode out soon. Return for Sonic Wednesday. I might do a Noited Tuesday stream this week. We'll see. It's a 50-50. But anyway, have a good night, fellas. Thank you for joining me.